was gonna say they're smart enough for me to talk to with my speak with animals thing.
Yeah.
All right, stream is now live. I don't know why Asher's voice is blasting my ears. Let me lower your volume just a tad. Give me a mic check, Asher.
Check, check.
Much better. All right, stream is now live. Last we left off.
Hey, Frog, you might want to turn up your volume just a little bit.
Stream is now. Roger that. 1 second. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Fuck it, I'm blasted. Check, check. That's better. Thank you, sir.
Those are directed towards Thalia.
So here we go, guys. As last we left off, after traveling on your way back south in the vicinity of the town of Beaton, it has been globally understood amongst the team to try to identify and find this hag den with the notion of destroying this hag and reclaiming things that have been lost some 2 weeks ago or so ish, give or take. Upon making your way south, we'll skip to the juicy parts. You come across a weary traveler who seems to be injured as well as kind of handicapped as he, presents himself as a lowly traveler. Taking him in, giving him food, shelter, and a ride. Eventually, making a pit stop. Things happen, conversations happen. Thalia goes off on her little tangent in the dark. A conversation happens as the individual that you have not rescued, but the individual that you had come across, whose name it was Garsto at the time, reveals himself to be the hag, essentially. I'm trying to paraphrase here for you. A good bit of conversating happens between Thalia and this individual as Thalia blindly shoots some holy fire in that general direction, flipping into the darkness here. After the end of that conversation, Thalia brings herself back to camp to discover piles of clothing that had belonged to her colleagues. Amongst the clothing, a bunch of hoof prints about the size of a pig. And lo and behold, Thalia discovering the entire party has been turned into such, looking at evidence inside of the wagon as this pot of stew spilled over, bowls and spoons dropped to the floor in a manner that, as if the individual holding the bowl either A, vanished, or B, just didn't have hands anymore as they splatter all over the floor. It's at that point that Thalia has a semi-panic attack and stares up at the sky, and that was the last imagery that we kind of left off on because we want to get right into it. So we're going to start here. As Thalia looks up at this sky, a partly cloudy sky with bright blue moonlight that crests and highlights all this cloud cover, the occasional star blinks through the canopy. Can you guys stop playing and get your chores done? Forgive me, I had to yell at my kid for a second. As you look up, where do you stand right now, Thalia? If this map or if this little crew drawing represents the camp, where is your token at the moment?
I guess it'd probably be on the fringes from the direction of where I had went off to go be Rage Baby.
Sure, let's just say you're right there for now.
Okay.
That's fine. And then we're going to say this pig is inside. Whoops. I just suplexed the fucking...
And his name is John Cena.
Granted, I got pigs around, but I mean, if you're hardcore on where your pigs are located, you're welcome to put your fucking token wherever the fuck. Doesn't really matter at this moment. But I'm going to say this pig on top is the pig that's inside the basket or the bag of carrots.
Oh, that's the Grognar one, right?
No, that's
Oh,
Carl.
no, right. Yeah, that's Carl.
So, as you have yourself a mild panic attack, you hear the sounds of cackling and laughter from inside the wagon. The image, as you look over your shoulder to identify this figure, it seems to be in the shape of the picture I have on the wall. This beautiful, elven-like young female who will be represented by a token that doesn't look anything like it. And I'm just going to shrink it down because it is a cute little young elf who sits with her legs crossed on the end of the wagon. In her arms, you can see a pig being held as she pets the pig, stroking from snout to back of the neck. So, how was your day?
Oh, God. I'm still not fucking ready for this shit. What? Can I tell which one it is? Is it the Carl one?
I mean, they're all pigs for that matter. I would say the one that you could really tell who it is probably the one with the missing ear. That seems to be the most predominant feature. They would retain scars and stuff of their previous form, but I don't think a conversation of scar discussion was ever something that we crossed. So your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Well, at the very least I know it's a person. It's a guy.
Yes, it would have very large testicles.
Yeah. So she's gonna kind of grind her teeth and say, "Put him down," and she's gonna kind of ready a. I mean, I know it's not technically how it works, but she's gonna kind of manifest the javelin shape of sacred flame in her hand.
100%. Yeah, we could absolutely flavor the fuck out of this. This is not official combat. So yeah, as you manifest that, she kind of, from stroking the top of this pig's head, you can see her change her hand around to the front of its throat. And she says, "Are you sure?" And you see her nails begin to grow like 8 inches long, and they glint with some of the lantern light as if they become like really sharp. And she just kind of holds it to the pig's throat. A small slice can be seen on the pig's throat as a little trickle of blood. The pig squeals as a result and tries to squirm away, but she holds down. Once again, this figure that she's taken is not a very imposing figure. Very beautiful elven-like creature.
So I guess my first question needs to be, does Thalia know what the spell is and its specifics? Because if she does, that can radically change how she approaches this.
I am willing to let you roll your best guess, but I'm not going to give any hints as to the foundation of this pig spell.
So
let's say for example, I'm just going to use it as an example. If let's say, is this something from the divine? I'll let you roll a religion check to identify if it's divinity or not. However, if it's not, it's obviously going to be a fail. You know what I mean? But I will give you one check of your choice.
She's going to make an Arcana check.
Okay. You quick thinking, you're looking around, you know what you're dealing with, you know who you're dealing with, but you can't seem to get a lock on the foundation of what magics are being used at this moment.
Okay.
Oh, darling, put that away. You're not gonna need that. For...
If you cause any further harm, you're gonna receive just as good as you give.
Well, that depends on you now, doesn't it? How much do your friends mean to you?
They mean enough that I'm willing to sacrifice myself in order to get their revenge.
Sacrifice, you say? How deep do your words go after all? As she starts to kind of bring her head down and she just starts sniffing at the top of this pig's head, and you see her teeth start to sharpen a little bit.
I mean,
Once again, she's literally sitting with her legs crossed, like all calm and collected, like all sexy and shit.
So she's... What, she's moving to bite him?
She's just sniffing, and her teeth are getting a little longer. She's obviously fucking with you.
I mean... I could just rush her.
Asher, unfortunately, you are not the one.
Damn it.
I think it's Carl.
So, honey, sacrifice. I happen to deal in sacrifice. However, a warrior such as yourself have much to sacrifice. I'm willing to give you your friends back. But you must give me something.
I don't think I have anything that I can give her.
No, 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 my child. No, no, no. You fail to understand the situation. I don't require anything materialistic that you would have. What do I need from you, this weak, pathetic excuse of a holy person? However, there is something that does tickle my funny bone. The choice is yours, if you wish to sacrifice.
My soul is already claimed by the Red Knight. It's not mine to give anymore.
You're absolutely right, and I would never cross paths with a god, no matter how silly they may be. However, your divinity sounds interesting. Give me your divinity, and I'll give you your friends. Or not. You don't have to, but... Oh, I haven't had pork in a long time.
My divinity is also not something that I own. It is given to me.
Clearly.
It's not mine to give.
Well, clearly you have a little mind for certain things such as this. Anything that's given can be taken. With
Then
a
you
little
have
of
to contend
this...
You'll have to contend with the Red Knight and or Helm.
You know, I'm willing to take my chances. But what they can't see, they can't reclaim. So, are you feeling good tonight? As she stands up with the piglet in her hand, she'll approach you just a little bit. Kind of stands about 5 feet in front of you with pig in hand. Let me actually make her token a little bit bigger. So, are we going to pull those last hairs out?
What if I just...
Smite the bitch.
I'm out of spell slots, actually.
Sword, shank a bitch.
I mean, I was thinking it's like she's right there. I could just.
I mean, you can try.
I know.
Stab
I feel
her
like
in the
that's.
foot.
I feel like that's what she'd do. I mean, she's right fucking there. What if I just hit her and tried to like take the pig away?
And once again, her hand is still at the pig's throat with like 4 giant claws that are just kind of aiming towards the throat of this creature. And she'll start to just kind of walk around you, like encircling you, know what I mean? Kind of like how sharks would circle their prey. But she's calm about it. And once again, she's very much in a very beautiful elven form. Her footsteps are light as a feather.
So, let's say I was gonna try to like hit her and then try to like. What if I just grappled her and then like tried to have her drop the pig that way? I feel like that's what she'd do.
Okay,
I mean, that's
you do
yeah.
you, buddy. Like if
think-
that's
I
what you
think-
want to go
I
with.
I think
For what it's worth, I
If-
like this idea.
if I gotta think about how she's gonna say this. If you want something from me, then put the pig down and we can discuss it.
I don't think you recognize who has the upper hand here. I don't think you're in a position to counteroffer. My deal is what it is. You either choose it or don't. Either way, you go home debt-free.
Thalia's gonna lunge at her and attempt to grapple and kind of, in some way, with the idea in mind to try and get the pig away from her and try to like hold her down. And then she might just start pummeling her.
Alright, just a moment here. For some reason, my character sheet is being a fucking dildo. Please hold. I gotta refresh my roll 20.
Just so you know, after we finish this game, I leave to go with Daddy. So.
God, what banter is going on in the campfire chat?
I just said that I have a backup character that likes cats, so we can still have the party if Ash dies.
God.
He's a very angry alcoholic dragonborn named Pax that has a soft spot for cats.
For the love of God, ask me that question one more time.
Alright, character sheet is up. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
But it's like, I tell you, every time they ask.
I'm just trying to incorporate my actual cat Simon into D&D. It's fine.
Alright, so you choose to lunge at this chick with the intention. I mean, you gotta pick a target. You could lunge to grab the pig, or you could lunge to grab Anatole. What is your choice?
Well, so the basic idea is that if I'm grappling her, then she can't really. I'm gonna try to grapple her so that she drops the pig. That's basically what I'm trying to do.
Sure. You absolutely can attempt to grapple her. So go ahead and roll your athletics.
You want to eat where I'm sitting on?
Okay. 15.
As you lunge for Anatole with the attempt to smack this pig down, or at least have her release the grip, she kind of turns her shoulder into your lunge and holds the pig, but does a complete 360 with it. So kind of using your momentum against you a little bit, and holds the pig right in front of your face and begins to squeeze her claws into its throat. The pig begins to squeal and begins to bleed. You don't understand! What is it that you don't understand? You clearly don't give a fuck about your friends as she begins to squeeze this pig's neck harder and harder and harder and harder. You start to hear a small pop. She begins to back away and throws the pig on the ground, and the pig lies on its side. She goes over.
No, okay, before she goes over and does anything, there's gonna be some fucking...
Okay. Yes, it was. It was at that. Because you lost your 200.
I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a second to think.
Fuck.
Do any of us need to make death saving throws?
Say what?
So do any of us need to make death saving throws as a pig? You said there was popping and cracking in the neck.
Yeah, there was. We'll see. We'll see.
Pretty sure it was Carl. Shh.
In your
Already angry, so I guess she's gonna have to like. Okay, she's gonna be like, wait. Okay, fine. You win. You'll get what you want. No more bloodshed.
Finally, you see reality the way it is. So, you're gonna give me your divinity?
Yes.
It's something we can't do here. You will need to follow me. I will need to do it in a very special place. Things need to happen. And if you don't cooperate, snap! Do we have an accord?
I have 450.
Grind her teeth and like
I'm not gonna.
she's gonna like clench her fist so hard you can audibly hear her knuckles popping. But she's gonna like through her clenched jaw say yes.
The power of the chosen one at my disposal. Ooh. My sisters will be so impressed. Come, gather your swine. Pack your shit up. We have places to go. And make it fast.
So Thalia is gonna gather everybody's gear and stuff and put it in the wagon.
You got 5 more minutes, or I'm having bacon.
If you kill any more, you're gonna get my divinity and not the way you planned.
Your words mean nothing to me. Like raindrops on a roof. As you squat down to the pig that has the cut around its neck, you're welcome to make a medicine check.
I will do that. It's not a good medicine check.
It is not. With a 9, however, you do see the belly and the chest of this creature still draws breath, although very weak.
Don't get bankrupt.
Um,
No, it's not bankrupt. It's only 550. No.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to. I don't have any way of
You don't even have 550.
healing at all. I'm completely out of everything.
Your
Yeah, I'm
torment, your torment and misery makes me salivate.
I can upgrade this.
I'm gonna gather it up and try to like make a rough bed out of everybody's gear in the back of the wagon and kind of lay it down.
Absolutely.
Do whatever I can do without any resources whatsoever to try and keep it alive.
Oh, it's so palpable.
Absolutely. As you gather shit in, let's quickly go around the table. Asher, how are you feeling? Oink, oink, oink. Eldwin, how are you feeling? Oh, oink, oink, oink. Fate, how are you feeling? Oink, oink, oink. Kane, how are you feeling? Oink, oink, oink. And Dillinger, oink, oink, oink. All right, moving on.
It just occurred to me. It just occurred to me that I have interception, and that might have actually done something.
Well, you might need it again. We'll see. All right. You feel the wagon and the goat. Well, you don't feel the wagon and the goat. You see Anatole kind of hopping on the reins, getting ready to drive.
Come up here and sit with me. I'd like to get to know this divinity that's going to be mine. Let us chit-chat for...
Is she looking away from me?
She's smartly keeping eyes on, but as she's walking to the front, there's a moment, sure, where there's a broken line of sight.
I have a dagger, and I'm gonna slip it out of its sheath and kind of keep it, or try to hide it in a way so that it's like ready and on hand.
Okay, sure. Tell me where you're hiding it.
I guess I am wearing a tabard, which is a lot of loose cloth, so I feel like I should be able to keep it somehow in there.
Sure, I'm okay with that. She didn't pat you down. I'm totally on board. All right. So,
Come up here, sweetie. Have a seat with me.
I'm gonna get up into the seat next to her.
as you both sitting side by side, her vision is beautiful, right? She's once again very gorgeous. But when you sit next to her, you just feel evil energy just kind of coursing. You're literally sitting hip to hip at this point, you know, and she smells like she hasn't showered in 15 years. She's just this awful smell.
So, why the...
Where are the pigs right now?
As far as I'm aware, they're in the back.
Okay.
And you'll hear them shuffle around and whatnot. Pigs, by the way, you're more than welcome to tell me what you wish to do as a pig.
What's the likelihood of being able to hop out the back?
I mean, you're a pig, so if you want to make a decision based on your pig's intelligence, I am okay with that.
It's not used to being confined. So
It's just a tiny little dog.
So you wish to jump out of the back at some point? Is that what you're saying?
Yep, it does not want to be confined. It's a pig.
Okay, let's just hypothetically say that at some point during this conversation, you'll be hopping out of the back. What about you, Asher?
I want to try and shit on Anatole's feet.
Okay, I'm going to say you try to wiggle your way out of the front of the cart.
While we were like walking around and stuff while they were talking. That's all I was thinking about they would try and do.
Fair enough. I mean, Asher is definitely filled with a lot of shit, so I'll give you the opportunity to poop everywhere. Fate, what about you? What do you want to do as a pig?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit there and do nothing.
All right. Alexia. Oh my God. Kane.
Yes.
Same question.
He is just going to lay down in the back of the wagon for the moment. He doesn't know what to do.
Gotcha. Was that everybody? Dillinger.
He is just in the back of the wagon, wheeling his head.
Non-stop squealage.
Do we don't retain any of our like thoughts, right, as a person?
No, you would. I'm gonna say that this spell has only done nothing more than polymorphed you. How you got polymorphed exactly is unknown, but you are still you, just with the processing power of that pig's intelligence stat block.
Okay, but we still have our memories and stuff.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going on.
Yeah. Now, whether or not the pig can, as you know, whether or not the pig can express these memories is a different conversation. But yeah, you have those memories, sure.
Okay, that's what I was just curious about. So like Azure would still, like, even in pig form, would know Anatole bad.
Potentially. Sure, I'll give you that.
Okay. Yeah, then that's what he's doing. Is just trying to like headbutt her, or poop on her feet, or something.
Sure.
Just trying to be defiant.
Yeah, I get you. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. All right, so we'll get a little bit of conversation going, and then the pig is going to hop out of the back. So Anatole would speak to you, Thalia.
So why the Red Knight? Why not a better god? I just don't understand this whole divinity thing.
Fox and Hound, don't give away your blues. Why? Don't give away your blues. What if strongest
I believe that
in the game? What if he gets,
she rescued me when I was younger.
what if he gets 3?
Rescued you? Boy, this sounds like a boring story.
Joseph's obviously
Are you excited to be rid of such a curse?
most of the monopolies. I have 2.
She's not going to answer that.
I'm talking to you!
Someone has to get him.
You just wanted my divinity. You didn't say I'd converse with you.
Defiant. You remind me of that disgusting pig that keeps trying to nibble on my shoulder!
He's just always upgrading his crap.
Couple hours, it won't matter anyway. With your divinity gone, you'll be not anything but a half-shaved, bald, blonde bitch.
Damn.
Teeth grinding.
Bad for your teeth. It's hard on the enamel.
The angrier you get, the more savory you are. It's just great. Yeah, this is gonna be the easiest spell I ever cast.
About an hour passes by, and it's at that point that you hear a bang and a squeal.
Licking me.
Thalia, you're welcome to look behind you.
Will.
As you look behind you,
Can I have my
you do a quick spot check. One pig seems to be missing.
Zoe,
Um,
can you please hand me my cup?
it appears you're not keeping good eye on your captives.
Well, the deal was for 5, after all. I've gotten more than I need. If that one pig wants to go out and get himself hunted down by wolves, that's its own problem. Stupid, stupid
I'm
pig.
gonna get off the wagon and just
Wait, where are you
have
going?
it.
You're mine! You stay right here.
You put them in the
Then you'll keep all of my friends together.
Persuasion.
Got 14.
Make it quick. We got a time schedule to keep. Everything needs to be perfect.
How much money did you pay, Joseph?
Alright, I'm gonna go try to grab the pig that escaped.
Grognar,
You pay 1,000.
Thalia approaches you as you kind of stand there in the middle of the road.
You're just always
So we still have our thoughts, just more we can't process things as quickly.
Yeah, you have the processing power of a pig, but you have memory.
Sees pretty woman coming towards me. I'll walk up, just kind of like butting her boot.
Yeah,
With
just
my nose.
just make sure you don't say you show her your pork roll.
big giveaway.
Gross.
As he bumps into your boot,
I will pick him up and put him back in the cart.
you are picked up and held against her metallic bosom.
Kind of like leaning away from it, like trying to squeeze and get out.
Oh, you're nice.
I assume you put him back in the back.
Yeah, yeah.
What's taking so long?
You have to pay 150.
I'm just gonna put him back in the back and start walking up towards the front.
Just have 150.
And she, I think, Alia's gonna attempt to draw the dagger and kind of hold it like not palm it, but I don't know. Can you see me? I'm not on.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you.
Yeah, kind of palm it like so the dagger is coming up this way.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I can actually replicate this fairly realistically here.
Can I buy this again?
I want to see this.
Dagger. And she's just gonna kind of like try to hold it against her.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, like that.
That sounds like a sleight of hand to me.
Sweet.
And that'll go against my perception, so we'll see what we get.
You're not putting this
Sleight of hand. There it is. Wow. Wow.
You know what sucks is my perception I rolled was a 6.
Nothing ever works when it matters.
So what do you plan to do with that little thing? You looking to fillet one of your friends? Because you're kind of giving me vibes like you want me to fillet one of your friends.
As 2 more pigs jump out of the back.
already ate the hot chocolate.
I'm gonna flick it up into like a regular grip and say I was thinking it could fit very nicely between your ribs. And
I know, Cody.
make another attempt to stab her.
Since you announced your intentions, she is going to force you
She
to...
is sitting there, not battle ready, and
You're-
I'm on my feet on the ground.
On the ground, absolutely. So, like I said, you're going to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I'm done anyway.
God, I'm not rolling very well today.
Let me find out what the DC of this motherfucker is real quick. Sorry. 1 second.
With my luck, it's gonna be more than 10.
No, it's because I want to watch Daddy.
I mean more than 12.
More than 10, more like.
I'll have to.
The spell doesn't tell me, neither does the character sheet. So it's going to be 10 plus your modifier, right?
8
10 plus
modifier.
spellcasting modifier, yes.
10 plus spellcasting modifier.
Or 8? Are you
Oh, there it
plus
is.
mod.
No, I
Plus
found it.
bonus
I found it.
plus Mod.
I found it. Yeah. Okay. So as you kind of, what's the word? Brandish? Is that the word? Brandish?
Yeah, sure.
As you brandish your dagger with the attempt, you feel as if something's holding you like in place as a statue.
Okay.
You just don't seem to understand. I'm going to have to make you understand.
As you are held in place, she gets off the cart, and as she passes by you, holding the dagger, she kind of blows you a little kiss, and she goes to the back, where 2 pigs are running out of the cart.
Can I speak?
And hold person, I believe you are under the paralyzed condition. So, does paralysis allow you to speak? Let me see.
I feel like that would be
Can't-
more under the conditions of this.
Can't move or
Spell.
speak, and incapacitated.
Okay.
So as she walks past, she sees 2 pigs jumping out of the carts. So Asher, odds or evens?
Evens.
All right, if I roll an even, she's going to pick up you, Asher. If I roll an odd, she's going to pick up you, Grognar.
Odd. Choose odd.
If she picks me up, can I try and bite her?
You sure can try. Evens.
Dang it.
As she goes towards you, Asher, she will pick you up. You're more than welcome to roll a flat d20 bite attack, I guess.
Me?
No,
Oh, wait,
this
no.
is
Okay.
Asher.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I'll have it in there.
15.
Let me see here. You know what? I'll give you
I have
a
a
bonus.
+1 strength.
I'll give that a hit. Sure. As she picks you up, you kind of go down. You clip her wrist with your fucking pig teeth. Roll.
Been bit by a pig, that shit hurts.
It does, but this is a fucking hag. In fact, as you bite through her facade, you feel yourself munching on just flesh. Like old, disgusting flesh is caught in your mouth as you start chewing. Go ahead and roll me a D4.
4.
Nice. Ah! And she throws you into the back of the cart. You slam across the cart and bank into a couple of other pigs that are back there.
I just give a snort and stand up and kind of shake my head at her.
She'll reach in and grab the pig that's not moving. Kane.
Yes.
She picks you up,
No.
brings you to the front of the cart in front of Thalia. This is the one you should direct all your ire to. This is the one that made the deal. I'm trying to save your friends, and you're making it difficult for me not to let that happen. Just for that, you need to be shown.
Wait, did she make a Constitution saving throw for hold person? Isn't it a concentration spell?
Nat 20.
Okay. I just happened to think of that. Because that would have been fucking cool.
I mean, theoretically, at the end of my quote-unquote turn, I get another chance to break out of it.
Yeah, if we were in combat, but
Yeah.
we're not. So, as she holds the one-eared pig in front of you, her one hand morphs back into her hag hand as claws begin to kind of grow. Kane, which ear is missing? Your left or your right?
Left.
Your left ear is missing?
Yes.
There went the right.
In front of your face, Thalia, you start seeing Anatole hold Kane by the throat, and her claws seem to be going towards her right eye, or his right eye.
Oh God.
Be deaf and have deaf perception problems.
On 2 different sides of your body, too.
Oh.
With greater restoration, homie.
Anatole will kind of wink at you, and she allows your head and mouth to move. The rest of your body is still in paralysis.
With or without my divinity, you will be sorry for anything you do.
Looks like every mistake you make, your teammates are going to be sorry as you start to see her index finger claw slide on. Let me get my camera on.
Sorry, Kane. I should
You
have her hand.
You start to see like her nails are like needles, like sharp flat needles, as you start to see it just kind of slide behind Kane's. Would you say you had your left ear was missing? Mm-hmm. So your left ear. So she's digging into your right eye. Behind it, you hear like the sounds of like suctions and like pops, and you hear. Actually, you're welcome to RP your pig at this point.
He starts squealing because that fucking hurts.
As
It's a pig.
as the pig's eyeball pops out, there doesn't seem to be blood. The pig is not having a good day, and like that optic nerve that connects the eyeball to the brain, is kind of hanging out. She will take the dagger from your hand, Thalia, and goes and severs the optic nerve. And she holds the eyeball as the optic nerve is like maybe 3 inches long off of the back of the eyeball. And she bites it off. Starts chewing on it. She then pops the eyeball in her mouth and does one of these things, like a lollipop. And spits it back out. Basically like cleaning it off. You know what?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Blame Thalia.
Sorry, Kane. I shouldn't have been her hand.
Wait, how much can I get out for days?
It's okay, Thalia. Or it's okay, Kane. You still got one good eye.
Alright, I'm here.
Oh god.
I'm here.
You're better now?
Yeah, I'm great.
As she spits out the eyeball, it's still intact. It looks like she just cleaned off all the gristle and whatever that's out, whatever the thin meat around the eyeball would have, and cleans it up, spits it out. She kind of holds it.
And she holds it in front of your face.
I only have $3 because Joseph.
So fucking nasty.
Are you still going to be defiant? Because now it looks like your friend has 2 ailments.
Only one.
That's right. And don't let it happen again. You get your swines in check. If I'm gonna save them, we're gonna do it my way. At a fee, of course.
It's to go without saying, Kane, you're going to have disadvantage to perception checks. That
You already
involves,
did.
well, to hearing, now to hearing and sight. You still have smell and taste. So if you want to taste your way to victory, that's still a thing.
So he's half flat and half deaf.
Perception-wise.
You get to have a cool eye patch at least.
Make a new mini now.
You know, you could probably get a black magic marker and just kind of draw out the eyeball.
No, they have actual eye patches on your board. It's cool.
Nevertheless, she lets you go, Thalia, as she takes your dagger and whips it into the trees.
Now go get your runaway friend and make it fast. And I swear to Christ. No, I'm not going to swear to Christ. I swear to everything that is unholy. Anyone gets out of line before we get where we need to go, I will end one of you. And it will be random.
What?
Can I have candy?
Shower. No candy. School tomorrow.
Is there any? So she's gonna start walking.
Back in the cart.
You're in the front right now, but she'll just whip you back into the back of the cart, sure.
Whipping you back in. All right.
Just gonna go find the corner of the cart and just kind of lay down.
Is there any way that I can,
So get off my shoulder, please.
as I'm walking away to try and go find the unknown runaway pig, can I disable the cart in some way? Like, can I try to break
all
a
you.
wheel or something like that?
That's all you, brother. You tell me what you want to do, and we'll see if it happens.
I want to try and break a wheel.
Okay. These wheels are, they're have an iron enforcement around the outside of it, but the spokes are wood. You can try to kick in a spoke, I guess, but that's gonna make noise. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah, but then I have to roll for those.
So as I'm walking away, I'll think about this more as I go to.
Yep. Grognar would absolutely see you coming again. Grognar, I'm assuming you do the same.
Yep.
Okay.
But I'd
All
try
right.
and avoid getting grabbed.
I'm gonna try to catch him. Is that?
Do you get grabbed now?
No.
Okay, so you guys spend 5 hours just going around and around and around and around.
Yeah, this is.
Eventually, polymorph will wear off.
Or she'll just fucking like power word kill you.
I don't think she has access to that spell yet.
I grow impatient.
Can I use an animal handling check to try and persuade you, Grognar?
It's Grognar. Come on, work with the story here. As Anatole gets off the cart and you see her hands start to glow blue as if she's about to blast something at the pig.
Hides behind Belly.
I don't know what you want me to do. I can't make you do anything. And
Do I understand language?
You're a pig.
Exactly.
We still have our memories, though.
You have memory.
Thalia is.
Yeah.
You're not a full-on pig.
either you have to be compliant or I let you go. That's basically what we're doing here.
Even from that 32 was worth nothing.
she starts to chant in this really evil type of dialect as you start to see icicles drop from her palm.
I am no longer running. I see magic. In my memories, I see. Oh wait, that kills.
So you get picked up by Thalia?
Yep.
All right, Thalia, the pig's in your hands.
I'm gonna hold on to it, but kind of like position my torso in between it and the spell. It's like, I've got it.
And let that be the last time it jumps out. One more time and we are not turning around. I'll leave it to the wolves!
Gonna shake my head and bring it back to the cart.
Absolutely. As you place him into the cart.
Let's get out of here.
Of course, buddy.
Thalia's gonna attempt to kick a spoke. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'll tell you what. I'll give this spoke a damageable AC of 10. So why don't you roll me just a flat athletics to represent your kick.
15.
15. Nice. You definitely do damage to it. I'll give it a blanket pool of HP. Why don't you roll me a D4 plus your strength.
A D4 plus my strength. 7.
Nice. A noticeable crack in the spoke.
What are you doing back there?
Just expressing the rage you love so well.
Okay, express it quieter. Let's go.
I'm gonna head back to the front of the cart.
Okay. You continue to travel. She banters back and forth with you. You don't really pay much mind to it as far as a full-on conversation, but she's noticeably saying things to get under your skin. She's definitely trying to dig at you.
While we're traveling, I want to be like, I guess, asking for some sort of divine intervention or inspiration of some kind in order to like get some help here, because I'm completely fucking tapped out and have absolutely nothing other than my sword.
How do you wish to do that? You had because remember, Anatola is literally sitting ass to ass with you.
She's gonna, Thalia's just gonna be staring straight ahead and just tuning her out completely in her own mind. And, you know, she's going with this idea that the gods will hear her thoughts. That's the basic premise here.
Okay.
Maybe she's mouthing it because she still has her helmet on.
Okay. 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 You are basically praying to yourself, it sounds like.
Yep.
Okay. And you do so. Why don't you roll me a religion check, please? Just because.
18. There we go. We finally got something a little bit worthwhile.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
You get to the point where the sun is up. You look behind and you see your pig friends, one of them missing an ear and an eye, another one still rapidly breathing on its side. You see one that just seems to be calm and collected sitting in the corner. You see one who's continually like putting his feet on the back and then jumping back down. Another one to the front trying to take a nip out of Anatol's shoulder. You know, every one of these, does their own thing. One of them with the horns. What is the one with the horns doing?
Yeah, he isn't like actively like not like trying to get away or anything. He
Empty
is,
it
if
first.
someone tries to grab him or Anton gets near him, he's just squealing his head off.
Okay. Continue to squeal.
Yeah.
And it's that squealing that makes Anatole not hear the praying.
Where's Tinte?
So Tinte is actually a familiar. So if it got turned into a pig, she would technically will just turn back into his generic.
I got the free card.
Okay. I didn't know if there was just an ink blot floating around one pig. Or
I mean,
I don't know how that works.
There's just a dark, oily ink spot back where the camp was. on the
There's
ground.
an oily ink spot on the top of his head.
Am I the only one who has a problem hearing Kuza?
He's a
No.
little quiet.
No, I can hear him.
I just turned him up a little bit.
I have him maxed out and I can barely hear him.
You
Better
cross.
maybe-
You cross through the trees and into a valley. To your left shoulder, Thalia, if you were to look, you would see. Thank you, Zoe. You would see mountains, familiar mountains, a landscape that you've actually seen before. As you seem to be getting much closer, you find yourself next to a river. This is a fast-flowing river. Once again, a landscape that you generally recognize. And the cart makes a right-hand turn and kind of takes a not seeable path through brush and timber and whatnots, and it kind of does a little bit of a climb. The valley begins to close in a little bit as it narrows. As you enter this valley, and it's a bumpy road, you hear a crunch, and the wagon goes. What the fuck? Well,
I'll let her talk.
as she hops off the cart. Shit! Yeah, she kind of walks to the back and looks at the wheel and kicks it. Well, looks like we have to walk now. Sucks for you. I don't know how you're gonna hold all these pigs.
Try and bite her again if she's close to me.
Oh, you can try to bite her, sure. Go ahead, roll your bite.
A nat 20 as a pig.
Roll 2d4, please.
Bites off
4 points of damage.
As you nip her on, you're up here. So let's just say you nip her on the chest.
Off.
Yeah, so you try to bite her. It's all good. And you do so with a slight crunch. Ah! She whips back. Her hands draw blades like Lady Deathstrike and spears you with it.
Is she within 5 feet of me? Is any of this happening within 5 feet of me?
I could reasonably go with that. We could flavor it, sure.
Okay, interception.
Sure. Well, can you link interception for me, please?
Yes.
You can just buy a stick for it.
Okay, what do you do to intercept? What actions are you taking to not have him take so much damage? Because he's about to get skewered pretty good.
I mean, I can just thrust my gauntleted hands in between. Well, no, I have to use my sword. So it has to be with the sword.
Okay.
So yeah, proficiency bonus is +3. So we're reducing damage by 11, whatever it ends up being.
Not bad. So as you use the blunt side of your blade, you catch her right between the fingers. Some of her talons or claws still are, pierce the hide of Asher. So minus 11, 4 points of piercing damage scathes you.
Shit. That would have killed you, Asher.
I don't know how many hit points Pig has, but I mean,
12.
Asher's gonna go out being defiant, alright? Fuck.
Yeah. Give me that sword!
Well, hold on. I'm gonna have it there, and I'm gonna kind of look her in the eye, and kind of angle the sword so that the edge is kind of pointed directly at her neck, and all it would take is just a quick little swipe.
You
And I
think
could
you
get
think
her.
this little flat piece of metal's gonna do anything to me? Do you realize that I've been burned, hanged, pierced, severed, cut, gutted? This is nothing more than a toothpick to me.
Apparently the pig biting you is enough to cause pain. I'm sure this will do more.
While you are speaking, she takes the whole of opportunity. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
17.
No effect happens.
Yeah. I'm gonna fine. Take an advantage. I'm gonna try to swipe at her head exactly as I said. I have the opportunity, might as well fucking go for it. It's right there.
I'll try and bite her again if I can.
Okay.
I second Astra's motion.
So
Value with that to give her advantage.
I am going to be a cool DM. I'm going to ask you one question and one question only. Are you sure this is what you want to do? I'm giving you the opportunity to really think about what you're doing here.
Lock it in.
Full send, boys.
I feel like it's gonna end in a TPK anyways, so.
All's out for Harambe.
I have a story investment in this character.
So do I, but I mean, fuck it.
Oh,
Never a true D&D table until a TPK happens at least
Maybe, maybe I can do this a slightly different way.
I'm willing to work with you. This is a really tense situation, so I'm
Yeah.
willing to work with you.
I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring the sword up. Not like I'm going to actually do it, but I'm just gonna have it there and make a show. Because I can tell that she tried to cast something on me, right?
Oh, yeah. She would have snapped her fingers or done some little hocus pocus.
Okay, so I'm gonna show that it didn't work this time and bring the sword up and say, I could do it. I know you feel some pain. And any damage I do to you will take time to recover. Time that I know you don't have. Maybe you should let us go and return my friends. And this doesn't have to happen.
Once our deal is complete, you will have your friends.
We've made no deal.
You need to stop fucking with me!
I'm cutting you a new deal.
No, it does not work that way. We made our accord. You will follow through, or you will lose more than just your divinity and your friends.
Pain does not speak for me.
We made a deal when I almost broke your friend's neck.
There was no handshake, there was no contract.
Her hands begin to glow blue in anger. As you start to feel like the air around you, like she's sucking the moisture out of the air and it turns cold around. The condensation on the morning dew of all the trees and wildlife around begins to turn into beads of ice.
Since my... So, is she doing a somatic component? Is she fulfilling the somatic components of a spell? Can I try to interrupt that? My sword's like right there.
It's a good question. 1 second.
Just like slapping her on the knuckles with like your yardstick as a school teacher.
No, I could just fucking lop off her arm. It's right there. I'm basically holding the sword against her body right now, ready to do something with it.
So her actions, her hands are fisted. She's like really angry because she's fucking you're reneging on a deal. So she's and like just her process of being angry is just creating this cold like atmosphere around her. Whether or not she's casting is unknown.
Are you really going to be able to cast something before I do damage to you? I could take a hand or a swipe at your neck right now.
I will say, if you wish to take your last breath, do so now. The ball is still in your court. Blonde, bald, and ugly.
Fuck it. I'm shooting. I'm gonna take a swipe at her neck.
What time is it?
6:17. Oh, you have a different time zone. Whatever.
It's 8:17.
Yeah, we're about an hour in.
Okay. Take your swipe.
Hey.
A 17 against her AC is... What did I make her AC? As you swing, where are you swinging?
Right at her neck. Right in that area. Get as much of a lethal blow in as I can.
Absolutely. You connect. When your blade connects, however, it breaks through her elvish form as her actual form seems to manifest. The cold that she was absorbing in creates icicles and like an ice kind of a fleshy appearance as your blade chips into the ice. You leave a small dink on her neck. Having done that, she will look at you. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm about to do this. Fucking fuck.
Hey,
Do
fuck,
it. Do it.
You don't
Do it. Do
That's
it.
Zoe.
Do it. Do it.
Zoe, who she kills.
Do it.
Hold on. I gotta put this fucking thing back on the board. 1 second. Because the measurements are now gonna matter.
Okay.
Alright, so all the pigs are in the back of the cart, as we explained. So, and then I envision Thalia being here, and I envision Anatole being here by the fucking thing. Okay.
That's why you're running out of money. You're buying so much stuff.
If she does anything, I'm gonna try to like position myself in between the cart and her, like just anything like that.
I need everyone. Is it literally everyone? Oh no. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
God, with the pig stats too.
Oh yeah, with the pig stats. So
What's
that's
that?
in a
It's a
flat
flat 20.
Is it default 20, I think.
It's a flat D20.
I rolled a 4.
So 9.
2.
What'd you roll, Thalia?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't even thinking about it. An 11.
Starting to think stabbing her wasn't a good idea.
Now you're thinking that?
As you chink her, she goes, "Rah!" and it starts to scream this blood-curdling, evil, cackled, fucking just holler.
And I cast shield.
You can cast shield, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Because this is a con save and not an attack.
Okay. Gotcha.
So everyone fails their save. And everyone would take 30 points of cold damage.
Still alive.
Yep.
Can we pop out a pig for him?
That was the next.
Polymorph.
Oh no. Actually, the true question here is, since health was now at the hit pig stat, if that's actually an insta kill for us.
That's what I'm thinking right now. 1 second.
But polymorph has.
This is not
if you drop to
polymorph.
zero- okay.
This is not polymorph. This is it's an alchemical pig. Okay, this is an alchemical situation.
Alchemical.
Yeah, this is not a spell. This is a spell, but it's via potion.
She was trying to make the Philosopher's Stone. We were the failed project.
Each pig would become encapsulated in ice and frozen solid. Oh, fucking shit, dude. Why'd you do this?
And you were just talking about it.
I was getting all the fucking encouragement, and Anatole was being a fucking bitch. And
Hold on, let me see here. A creature killed by this spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws. You guys are all frozen solid pigs. We'll leave you guys as that for now, and you're all in the back. Even the wagon itself is just encapsulated in this cocoon of ice. Thalia, you still have health left.
I do. I have 12 hit points left.
It is your turn.
Can you just kill yourself? Please. EPK.
No, I'm gonna try to take her out with me. I'm not gonna survive this encounter, so I might as well just go for it. I am in my offhand. I'm going to sling a sacred flame at her.
Go ahead.
That's yeah. Did she save?
She does not. As you char her up for 7 points.
She's a fae, correct?
Hag.
Are they considered fae? They considered fae, yes.
Okay, so no double damage. Yeah. 7 points of radiant damage.
All right, give me a dex save, Thalia.
Oof.
You see, so all right, so I need to draw this out to give you more context. All right.
Okay.
So here's what happens. You don't survive, but here's what happens. So right where you're standing, you'll see behind you and in front of you these two sheets of ice rise, and they begin to slowly close on top of you as you attempt to jump out to evade this dual wall crunching kind of situation. Unfortunately, you slip under some of the ice at the bottom of your feet, falling to your knee. Your upper torso has made it past, but from the medium air, the just below your hip bones, the ice kind of crushes the bottom half of your body. You are stuck between two sheets of ice, and your legs are feeling awfully numb.
Okay.
You have one reaction before you lose consciousness.
Is she still within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, just trying to piece it together in my head.
What are you doing? Giving him tassels on, like even Sleeping Beauty.
I guess I'll take another swipe at her with
Get it. A 12, unfortunately, doesn't do it as you are swiftly fading and you swing. Your blade connects with Anatol's foot, and all you see as you look up is Anatol looking down at you. What a waste of good divinity. And you fade to black. Let's take our 10-minute break there. Thalia, you and I should talk.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, 10-minute break. In fact, why don't we take 15 and come back at 35? Let's come back at 40 after the hour, as Thalia and I have a slight chit-chat about potentially a new character.
Okay.
All right, be right back, guys.
For all of us?
You pigs are frozen solid. I never said you were dead.
I did this.
So that happened.
Yes, I know what you said before the game. I am sorry.
It's
But,
okay.
I mean, the opportunity was right there. I thought, like, I'm not going to get a better chance than this right now. And
True.
I figured if I could get a lethal strike in at her head, it might, like, disorient her, and she might drop something, and I could try to capitalize on it.
You know what's funny?
Perfect.
What's funny is that after this scene, you guys are gonna be at her den, and completely like in a whole different scenario. But hey, you know that was exciting.
Yeah. I don't want you to feel like I was completely disregarding what you told me before the game.
No, not at all. At the end of the day, what I didn't want to happen was a TPK. And fortunately
Okay.
for me, Cone of Cold literally says they get encapsulated in a frozen status until it thaws.
Okay.
So we'll see what that is. But anyway, I think it goes without saying. It seems like Thalia didn't make it,
Okay.
as her
That's
bottom
fine.
half is completely crushed by ice.
Okay.
So, do you have a backup character in mind?
I have a lot of them.
All right, cool. So here's the quick pitch, and this is off the cuff. I'm thinking you're going to be already imprisoned in Anatol's estate, where you will meet a couple of frozen pigs getting thawed out, and she'll probably be brewing some sort of potion or something. I got to come up with something in the next 10 minutes. Nevertheless, you can turn Thalia's token, at least the character sheet, into basically the character mancer thing.
Okay.
And just record over it. It would be the same level as Thalia.
Okay.
And damn, dude, I fucking like Thalia too.
I know.
It is what it is. I'm
Yeah.
cool with it. And also take $5 off of tonight's session, so you can buy a token for your new character.
Okay. Gotcha.
That sounds fair, I think.
I mean, I'll still pay the full price. I mean, I make the tokens just because I want to make the tokens, so I consider it
Well, I
me
appreciate that.
contributing. So yeah.
I will let you do whatever you feel you want to do. Let me go
Speaking-
ahead. Go ahead.
Speaking of quick payments, I think I'm behind possibly. So
I haven't
let me
done.
know.
I haven't done payments in like 3 weeks. When my lady and I are this week is gonna. I between the dog dying and everything.
Yeah,
going on,
I understand. Okay. Okay. Keep me posted on that, but I will make sure to pay at least for tonight's session tonight.
No problem. No problem.
Launch level plus character mancer or
It'll-
level 1 character mancer?
Level 1. So you have to do the base template first, and then you do the level up character mancer plus whatever levels make.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're
to
level
5.
5, right?
Yeah.
And then do that. So race and class real quick, just so I have it in my mind.
I'm thinking it's gonna be Asimar, and it's gonna be the Volo's guide Asimar, and probably a cleric or a sorcerer with the divine subclass.
Okay. Cool. And Asimar, is that the angel guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Going with the holy. All right.
Okay. Maybe it could be like a I don't know. Maybe like the Red Knight could like use her soul to manifest this character too. I don't know.
Already ahead of you. Yeah, I was thinking that, but
I'll make the character. We'll figure out the details later.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. Then we'll talk backstory next week or something and see what we go with.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'll pull you back up top.
All right.
Like 6 or 7 when we fight her.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we could beat her at our current level if we weren't all paid.
Hey,
Extremely unlikely, but
Yeah,
yeah.
extremely unlikely, but I mean, yeah. We were fucking David trying to fight Goliath here without God's intervention.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Guys, do you guys remember how much damage we did in one round to the giant?
Yeah, we got really fucking lucky.
Yeah.
But
Frog's trying to construct a narrative here.
I'm not arguing that. I'm not going against that at all.
Dude, I'm stoked about what just happened. That's awesome.
Yeah, like I'm not mad about anything that's happened or anything. I'm just talking about it.
I mean,
The chosen one.
Good night.
yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go take my break real quick. I shall return. Actually, you know what? I want to find a picture first that represents somebody getting crushed by a wall.
Oh, what a...
1 second, please.
Nobody knows.
honestly, if this is the way Asher goes out, I think it's nice. He went out defiantly trying to bite the hag.
Fair.
That fits him.
I can't find any squished by wall memes.
By the way,
Let me see if I can Google foo you something.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
I was so sad I couldn't talk.
Can I join one of you?
Because I so would have been
love
like,
for
can
you
I
to
make
join
the
one.
deal instead for her?
But it's going to be a mature table. In
I
fact, I
was
might even
really
spend an extra
hoping
day.
that by
I might even
So,
reinitiate
the opportunity was so perfect. I had a clean hit to her head, I thought. And I thought that if I could deal her some amount of like some serious damage, that something would drop. There would be something that would enable you guys to become not pigs,
I honestly thought if
and we
our
can jump her
pigs-
right there. That's what
honestly-
the process was.
I was thinking if our pigs dropped to 0 HP, we'd pop back to human
Yeah.
form, because
That's
I was
what
thinking
I
it was
thought.
some form of polymorph or something.
Yeah.
So,
And
but I mean, it's wrong. But I mean, that's what happens. It's life.
yeah, yeah. And for the record, I don't think he's killing anybody else. It's just me.
Okay, then.
We get to make a new deal with the hag.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm just flustered because when he read the description of the spell, it's like if a creature would be killed by this spell, they are turned into a block of ice.
I think he's errating it because so when he pulled me aside when we first started, he told me I should play out of character a little bit in order to try to save the party. And I think he was worried that I was just going to start a straight up fight with her, like without any thought behind it. This situation that we were in was better than that. So I guess he's gonna like isolate you guys, and then I will be quote unquote punished, but I'm not really getting punished. It's more of just like that's the logical way that things played out, you know. So yeah.
I mean, either way, we're still stuck having to deal with a hag that
Yeah.
can beat the shit out of us.
Yeah, but I mean, slowly. Eventually, we will get to the point where we can kill her.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't do much though until we deal with her. Because she's still gonna be fucking with the party.
It's fine. Does he not have Tasha's
Don't know.
in
Don't care.
Oh wait, the book technically isn't out yet. Damn it. Okay.
What?
I want to use the errata Asimar from Multiverse of Madness, but I
Oh
don't
yeah,
think I'm gonna be able
that
to do that.
standalone book isn't out yet.
It comes
Yeah,
out
so-
next month.
Yeah, it comes out. It doesn't
No,
come out until
May.
May. It comes
Yeah,
out
May.
on my birthday, or like the day before my birthday or something. So,
So-
it's my birthday present.
Gotcha.
You finally killed one of the characters.
I don't know. I thought there was like feats that
You didn't want to.
I didn't kill
you
Thalia.
had like racial feats for the Asimar, but I don't know if those are in Xanathar's or.
I don't think there are any racial feats currently unless they're in that book.
I loved
for
that. That's why I
Asmar.
kept saying Kane, and I almost killed Kane.
There isn't
on
one.
this table.
Yeah, Xanathar's only has racial feats for the core races that are in the player's handbook.
Then maybe they're. I don't
The
know.
only
I'm
that
just.
the Asimar shows up in is the Volo's whatever monster
Yeah,
thing.
Volo's Guide and
And
Multiverse
then
of Madness.
Well, also they're in
The DM guide too, yeah.
Matt Mercer's deck that they came out with.
Grip roll.
Yeah,
Oh.
the mount one that just came out. That's like actual Wizards of the Coast thing. They have Asimar in there.
Interesting. Okay. Oh,
They also have
I'll
the
figure something out.
Asimar, Furbolg, and Goliath are where you can find them as well, outside of Polo's Guide.
Because I think the other thing I want to try to do is bring in the transformation rules from Grim Hollow, because he was talking about trying to incorporate some of the stuff from that book anyways, and I've already talked to him about doing transformation stuff for Thalia, but that's not happening. So I think that's what I'm gonna try to go for here.
Well, time to hold a burial right for Thalia.
Try to get my stuff back, if you can. Like, my new character,
Well-
yeah, my old stuff that was stolen when we first got captured.
Oh.
That was
Right,
the
that we're gonna
plan.
get any of our shit back. We're probably gonna get teleported in the woods naked somewhere again.
Probably, but I mean,
Torture.
I'm just saying, like, as Thalia's last dying will is for her to get her stuff back.
I mean, yeah, if it's possible, we will. But I mean, let's be honest. We saw what happened the last time we got captured by the hag.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
It's
mean,
not.
worst comes to worst. Grodner is gonna try and get it back for y'all.
Yeah, but
It's like he seemed very interested in Thalia. Grognar is gonna try and figure out why. If he hears the fact that she wanted divinity, well, Grognar's gonna fully be willing to sacrifice his, even if it means going back to level 1 for y'all.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Because he wants to repay Asher for what he did to him, and wants to prove like he doesn't want to cause harm for y'all.
I don't really know. You probably did all the classes.
That would just hamstring the whole fucking party, because then we'd all be level 5 with one level 1 player with us.
And Druid.
That would be retiring Grognar is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's all up to. I mean, it's what Frog's gonna have us do. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what he's gonna do, what story he's got planned for us. So.
Which?
Yeah.
Which?
I'm
I'll be trying to
sure
figure out what
everything's
is
gonna work
right
out fine.
Your closest witch would
Everything's
probably
gonna
either
work
be
out
a
just fine.
warlock or a sorcerer.
If not,
of
I have a
sorts,
backup character,
But
and I
you
will
would be a
retire
traditional
Asher
witch.
for another campaign.
Can you get me one of my
There's always more to
protein
me.
bars?
Yes.
I have too many fucking backup characters.
Me too.
Welcome to me.
It's fine. If Asher dies, I'm just gonna recycle him as my backup character for Matt's game.
Thank you.
Whatever you want to be, Joseph. I actually want to make one.
Yeah, you'll get to deal with a Gloomstalker. Gonna go Twilight Cleric. Have fun,
Daddy,
buddy.
can I make another D&D
I
character?
mean, that won't really be an issue.
Now, which backup do I want to use?
No, don't think like that. At least not while
mean-
we're in table playing the game and we're not sure you're dead yet.
Well, no, I'm thinking of like
I
this.
always have a plan of like, alright, if Asher dies, which backup character am I using?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to double check which one I want to use because like
Artificer.
they all have so
It's
much.
like, how many hit points do you have? And they're like, well, who's my new personality they're gonna get to meet next Thursday?
Okay, nobody hears from Wednesday, so this character's gonna be completely new to them. Did anybody watch the Wednesday games?
I'm part of the Wednesday game, so yes.
Casey, if you die, you need to see if you can bring Zarkul back in. Just change his name.
Okay, bet.
Because I loved that fucking druid. Your alcohol.
Did Zarkul die? Did he die?
Zarkul died, yeah. Zarkul died. He went out gloriously.
Easiest way then to do it is, wait, Louis, have him come back, but he's a reborn now. For the race. Reborn lineage.
Oh shit! That could work!
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing.
You can wait, have him come back, because then you can, if I don't know if he was religious or anything, but like if you go into
He
the
was.
lineage,
Yeah,
whatever god he followed, quite
Bias.
literally decided to no, now is not your time, and brings back. If he had lost a limb in that death, it is replaced with a phantom limb. That
No,
can
his
take back.
head just got twisted backwards, basically.
What,
I thought
baby?
my head was
Maybe
ripped
I
out
can
of my
make an
spine.
empty-
No, your neck was just snapped really
No.
bad.
If let's say his head got ripped off, okay? On the model, he could sit there in Hero Forge and put one of the scars going across the entire neck right there.
Yeah, no, his head wasn't ripped off. His neck was just like broken, and his head was like sideways and turned weird. Like
You have to eat, drink.
Explain.
So I want to do like the Seraph transformations. So theoretically, I could just have started parts of the transformation. I'm trying to like get a screenshot here for you so that I can link you just the page that I am trying to use here. But since I'm already at level 5, like transformation level 2 is just a single reaction that I can use with a long rest to give a +4 bonus to AC to a single character. That's just the start of the transformation. There's nothing like...
And that's just like one reaction?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a quasi shield.
Yeah. So it's not like extremely game breaking or anything, and we can just get rid of it later if you decide not to use it. But I just want to try to play with the transformation stuff, and this is like a great opportunity for me to try it because it's super on par with the character I want to try to build.
Okay, I'm on board.
Okay. I'm gonna still make you the screenshot here.
So, yeah, we could do that. So, what's the other thing I wanted to say or do?
There you go. In the chat.
Seraph. Empire, Holy Boulder. Okay, Divine, level 2.
And I'll make another one here for just the straight up rules of transformations that they offer.
Yeah, and we can swing it by the hip for now, and then we'll fine tune it as we go.
Okay.
Are you, and you're a cleric, you said? What kind of cleric are you going to be?
I'm thinking it's going to be a... I can't remember all of the different subclasses, but I want it to be kind of like a grave / death cleric that like believes that death is a protector of mortality and mortal races, so it's not a evil god or like because mortal races exist, death is their caretaker, not so much of like it's not, death isn't a bad thing, basically, is the idea.
Understood, but you protect the mortals, essentially.
Yeah, but cool. I mean, like, yeah.
So you're gonna feel compelled to save these fuckers. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. And it's gonna be a lawful good character too this time.
Ooh, a lawful good. That's interesting.
And instead of, I think I was lawful neutral as Talia, so.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be very. I'm gonna try to be more supportive, especially since I feel like we're low on healing and recovery spells. So that's the basic idea.
Okay. We're gonna be winging a bunch of this, but let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll pull you back down.
Okay.
I was also thinking about.
All right.
I have to reword it. Right.
All right, guys. What I miss? Anything good?
We were just bullshitting on backup characters and making Sarkul a reborn to come in if Grognar dies.
Hey,
I loved that druid.
Frog, should I, is it point buy, standard array, or roll for everything?
Point buy.
Okay.
All right, so the first half was interesting, guys. I heard everyone's voice. Did I hear everyone's voice? Fate, you there?
Yep.
All right, I see Kane. Kuza, you there? Or Kuza? Fucking Dillinger, you there?
Si, senor.
Beautiful.
Pizza.
I see everybody else. All right. We are golden. All right, guys. So, last we left off, there seems to have been, and you guys would have actually seen this in pig form, right? You would have seen Thalia on the outside of the cart holding sword up to throat. You would have seen Anatole gathering up this cold air around her that just erupts into this like just manifestation of this blast of Arctic chill. Each of you feel the cold sting, and then all your vision is just kind of like frozen in time, as far as you're aware. Which takes us now to a different scenario. So let me clear the table here. Let's pull these pigs over here. Let's take Anatole and drop her back here for now. Okay. Everyone roll me con save. Let's start there.
Me included?
No, not you. Not you yet.
Using our stats or just a flat D20?
Everyone use your normal stats.
Asher rolled an 8.
Gotcha.
That's a lot of 8s, actually.
Yeah, pretty much Grognar wakes up first, and then Fate, and then literally everybody else.
Grognar. You feel cold. You feel wet. You feel numb. You feel inclined, as if your body was strapped to a wall. You begin to open your eyes, and although you are in a dark and dank location, your pupils dilate, and what little light comes through cracked planks of wood that act as a ceiling, i.e. the floor from upstairs. The light is bright enough that it feels like you haven't used your eyes in a long time. We'll start there. So there you go, Grog.
I will immediately look around for everyone else, try and make sure everyone else is still breathing.
You look around, and it's dark. You do have dark vision, however, correct?
Yes.
You see icicle-like creatures and people, like frozen into the wall. It's too dark to tell specifics, as dark vision doesn't give you the most clarity of view, but you do see bodies kind of fused to the wall. Your head, as you kind of move your arm, you find yourself unable to move.
Sure. Big Chief. Dillinger. Kane. Is anyone there? Eustace? Carl?
No response, but you hear screaming from upstairs. Occasionally you'll see a shadowed silhouette crossing over planks of wood and blocking light. You can envision outlines of somebody walking around.
Who's that? Can you hear me?
You hear the body or whoever's moving around upstairs stop. And you just hear quiet. The light source moves across the floor as the rays of light kind of change with the direction of where this body is walking. And you start hearing footsteps shuffling down steps. The light can be seen kind of coming through what looks like a stairwell, and it begins to illuminate dimly the location that you're in. You see the glint of light reflecting off of ice. On the floor, you'll see a body that seems to be gutted open from sternum to bladder, and it's like peeled apart, and there's spikes that hold the stomach open, and the entire inside of this creature is hollowed out. You catch the eye of a familiar face. This is Anatole.
Oh, look who decides to wake up. Haven't seen your pretty eyes in weeks.
pretty lady?
I'm right here.
Not you,
What?
I want to tell you something.
Thalia.
No, I'm working.
Like later.
I am so sorry. Say that again.
I said not you, Thalia.
Well, let's just say Dahlia's about half the woman she thought she was.
You lie.
Do I? As you feel a sharp pain in your abdomen as her claw cleaves through ice. By the way, everyone's at 1 HP at the moment. You kind of wince a little bit in pain as you feel this, but once again, you're frozen solid.
Where is she?
Nah, I don't answer to you, but now that you're awake, it means your organs are thawing. It's good. I was running low on spleen. As you see her kind of turn her back to you, and she goes to like this workbench that just has like bloody tools and stuff. And you kind of hear what sounds like a metallic object being scraped against like a whetstone.
What is it that I can give to get the others free?
At the moment, you're silence! You shut your mouth. As your silence continues, she grabs her glass-like dagger. It's made of a black glass. And she kind of brings it up to you. Grognar does not recognize this place, does he?
Nope.
No. Everyone else, I think, does.
Hence why he was talking and shouting.
What you would see, however... You know what? Fuck you. Give me a perception check.
Oh, yay, goody.
With a 12, it's not difficult to see across the room where the lantern is. You see a gauntlet on the shelf across the room. A single left-handed gauntlet. And it seems to have the eye, or the symbol of Helm on it.
Ragnar will just close his eyes and look down.
You look down, and even though you're encapsulated in ice, you see kind of a hollow where your belly is. As she starts to head towards you. Now stay still! And you feel cutting into your stomach. Do you scream?
I will double check. No.
You take it like a champ, and as that's going on, eventually you pass out in the pain. Eustace.
Yep.
You yourself, similar situation. As you come to, it's dark down here. You don't know anything, where you are. You have no concept of time. It feels like you haven't used your eyes in days. This hunger inside of you. A chilling, stabbing sensation in your stomach.
Eustace is gonna... I'm assuming he's, like, tied up.
Yeah, you try to move and you feel as if you're frozen to the wall, literally in ice. And I didn't give you that information, Panda.
I'm just gonna sit there and do nothing and listen.
You listen, and all you hear is the deep breaths of someone breathing heavy, fairly close to you.
I'm gonna do nothing and listen for a couple minutes to see if there's movement. See if I can hear movement.
Do you have dark vision or no?
Nope.
Yep, you just hear breathing next to you. Asher.
Mm-hmm.
As you breathe heavy.
Am I on the floor again?
Negative. You're on the wall this time. As you breathe heavy, it's dark. Actually. Yeah, it's dark. So I will give you the ability to utilize your Gloomstalker stuffs.
Yeah, so I'll have dark vision, and she won't be able to actually see me if she's trying to use dark vision. So he's going to think to himself, well, this is a familiar sight. And take note that I'm assuming I don't see the orc anywhere.
With your dark vision, you do see a body that's hollowed out on the floor, but the dark vision doesn't give you detail like that. There is a body on the floor. Whether or not it's the orc you're looking for is a different question altogether.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. I'm gonna look and see, are my hands frozen to the walls, or are they in like actual chain?
No, you guys are literally like this, frozen to the wall, and your legs are together.
For Han Solo?
Yeah, that's fair.
He'll try and move his hand to see how much space there is, but I'm assuming there's none.
The wrists are basically frozen solid, but your fingertips can bend like this.
He's gonna let out a sigh. Do I see Anatole in there with us?
No, there's no light. There's nothing. Anatole does not seem to be, or at least you don't hear anything at all. But Eustace would have heard you say, this place looks familiar.
Where are we? Once I hear him, I'll say, where are we?
This is the Hag's Den. And I'll look around. Who all do I see other than Eustace in here with me?
There are other bodies here. Once again, the detail is difficult to discern, but by your count, you can see that there's enough bodies in here that would represent a full team.
Alright. Not being able to do much. He's gonna just quietly send a prayer to the Wild Mother and ask her for help, or at least like a guidance on what to do. Something, because there's literally nothing else he can do.
I'll let you roll a religion just for shits and grins, sure. A 2 for... Oh, no, it's correct.
I rolled a 7.
Got you. As you sit there and kind of pray to yourself, Kane, you also come to. Except this time, when you regain consciousness, there seems to be light. It looks like sunlight that seems to be protruding through some sort of nook and cranny that's upstairs. Maybe a window, a door that's opened, who knows. Enough to see dust particles and particulates kind of floating in front of you. The area down here smells horrid, as there's an emaciated, gutted creature on the floor below you that only some of the planks of light would kind of semi-illuminate for you. Asher and Eustace, it's been 48 hours as you start to see Kane come to. Kane, I would like you to initiate. As you look around, something feels different to you.
What's going on?
This throbbing you feel just below your right temple? Yes, your right temple. It begins to itch a little bit.
I'm guessing I'm only seeing out of one eye.
You are welcome to figure that out in character if you'd like.
He tries to move his hand, only to find that they are shackled to the wall.
Correct.
Or frozen to the wall. shit.
Asher Eustace, you would hear him say shit.
What happened?
Kane, is that you? I'll look to wherever I heard the sound from.
It's me.
Glad you're still alive. You missing an eye, or was that just in pig form?
Camera checking one. I wink my left eye.
And you wink that one left eye, and your vision goes black.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I thought she would do something to me when I bit her. I didn't think she'd single you out again.
Not surprising.
So far, I know you and Eustace are alive, but I don't know about anybody else. I wonder what she's gonna have us do now.
Does it matter?
Not really. We can't really do anything with her around.
Do we know if she's here?
I'm sure she is. This is her house.
Probably upstairs.
Yeah. God knows what. I wonder if she's found a new sister. Since we cut the other one's head off.
More than likely. I mean, she probably had more than one when we killed the other one.
Who knows?
Should've just completed the damn deal and been done with it.
Well, we were trying to until she cut our time in half. Or down to 14 hours.
Well, I just remember us coming across a pack of orcs and goblins and everybody going just killing them all.
Well, because we thought we had more time. And we already were having a hard time trying to keep 2 prisoners with us.
You hear banging from up top. Keep it down there!
Fuck off.
With the banging, Grognar, you get startled awake, as well as Dillinger. As you are all, once again, just sporadically coming in and out of consciousness.
I'm gonna use my message spell
Okay.
and message Asher. Dolly is dead.
Would she have to be able to point and know where I am?
He could hear you talking.
Oh, I didn't know if we were in the same room.
Yeah, you're all in the same room. You counted enough
Okay.
bodies on the wall to represent a full party.
Okay.
And the only semantic is I have to just whisper it to myself. / verbal. So yeah.
Do you tell me if I could reply to this message? Because Asher doesn't know if he can reply to that message.
You going to bed?
You can reply, but it will only be in 25 words.
Thanks for the heads up.
I'd like to conduct an experiment. Zoe, real quick, come here.
Yeah?
Out of everyone on this table, who should I have killed tonight? Who do you want me to kill tonight? As if we haven't even played the game yet. Say Dahlia.
Dahlia.
Okay.
Dahlia's already dead.
That's the point.
That's
though.
the prediction.
She is the goddess of death.
Everyone she's called out so far has died. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, I just told him thanks for the update.
I apologize, I couldn't protect you all.
She got the better of us. We were a little too... Let her guard down for a second.
Again, sorry, Asher.
It's not your fault, Grog. We didn't know it was the hag getting jumped by 3 wyverns. We thought it was a person in distress. I didn't really think she would, have trouble out of wyvern or dragon things. Asher doesn't know what wyverns are. Sorry. Dragon things. You'd think she could handle that. But
Yeah, she probably orchestrated it.
Yeah, but I was thinking she would be able to handle that, and thought it was an actual person that needed help and was trying to hang on to just a little bit of humanity. My bad, guys. I should have just ignored this screaming in the woods.
Dillinger, you are also a participant in this conversation, meaning that you are coherent enough to, retort, reply, or add if you wish.
Dillinger himself, he's... So, we're shackled again, right?
You're basically like frozen to the wall. Think crucifix, but not full spread eagle, like your elbows are bent like this. So your hand is near your head, maybe about, I don't know, 1.5 feet away.
Okay.
Your fingers do have movement, by the way. The way you all have been frozen onto the wall.
Okay, and then we're able to verbally talk, right?
Yeah, your mouths aren't frozen.
Okay. So, I'm going to try something here. Don't know how well it's going to work. Being able to not move or anything is Dillinger's going to try to first cast Find Familiar to bring Tente back.
Can you link that for me, please, real quick? Because I will give you the whittling and the twiddling of your fingers, and I will give you the verbal. Do you have your ink with you?
Yeah, as long as she hasn't stripped us, and not to mention, even when it was asked where she was, I mentioned that it's there's just an ink blotch of where she usually sat on top of his head.
You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. But you have to basically animate the ink blot that's been on your skin for a while.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go to that, bring Tente back.
Well, hold on. That takes 10 minutes. So as you're doing that, everyone else would hear Dillinger begin to chant to himself.
Yeah, it'd be kind of very low under his breath.
What are you doing?
He's going to continue chanting, trying not to break concentration on the casting this.
You all would hear footsteps going across the floor upstairs. A lantern getting kicked on, and you see the light in the stairwell. Go ahead.
When Anatole comes down, if I can, I have one first level spell slot left. I'd like to cast Disguise Self and make myself look like her. Just to fuck with her head. Or, you know what? Yeah. I want to just look like her in her elven form thing that she takes on.
Okay.
But with, buck teeth or something.
Sure. So as the footsteps shuffle to this location, you hear the shuffling of the feet and the image of Anatole holding a lantern. I knew you weren't going to be asleep for long.
What's cooking, good looking? I try and horribly butcher her accent.
She holds the lantern. She walks across the floor, first of all, and holds the lantern to your face, and she kind of...
What? You not like what you see in the mirror? And I smile real big with, the fucked up teeth. Like she needs braces. I thought you'd appreciate it.
She does appear to be perplexed a little bit, as if she's figuring out something.
I'm trying to be a distraction for Dillinger.
I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Did I
get the proportions right? And I'll kind of gesture with one of my hands. I wasn't sure if I got a good representation of what you looked like.
Interesting choice on the buck teeth.
Well, I've never actually seen your teeth, so I just kind of winged it. I know what your actual form looks like, so I was trying to give an homage to that.
She goes to her table, and she ruffles through a drawer with some things that jingle and jangle inside the drawer.
Are you
And
gonna stab me again? Because we did that before. Or are you gonna put the stuff in my mouth to gag me?
no, but there's always room for a couple of extra teeth.
Can I ask you one question, though? Like, this is me being completely serious. I do have one question for you, Anatole.
As she's approaching you,
Clearly, we've underestimated how strong you were.
she puts her one hand on your forehead as you're talking.
What happened to the white orc that was in here? Did you kill him? I had a personal grudge with him. He took people from me. If you killed him, I owe you a thank you.
I'd rather not discuss it.
Did you make a deal with him?
Let's say he made a deal with me.
Oh,
But
really?
that's not your concern. Now stay still.
You can't trust him. He lies a lot.
Yeah, so did you, and look where that got you.
Yeah, hey, I already said we fucked up.
You feel a pair of pliers on your front right bucktooth.
Alright. Technically, it's an illusion, so is it like my actual teeth, or is she trying to pull the buck teeth?
It's a tooth. She's taking a tooth.
Okay. So it's just like the pliers go through like a hologram.
However you wish to envision it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she goes, bah! Cracks a tooth.
And Asher's been tortured before, so he's just like, that stung a little. Safe words, rutabaga.
Are you done fucking with me?
I'm not fucking with you. I just thought it'd be funny. I thought you'd enjoy the joke.
The last person that fucked with me got crushed. And that bitch deserved it.
I was just... Asher's trying to keep his cool. It's like, I was just trying to be nice and thought you would... I was trying to see if I could get the proportions right. I'm new at this spell.
She goes
drop it.
She goes onto the walls, like, so on the other side of the hovel that you're in. So there's like shelvings and there's jars and liquids and icky gooeys and just stuff. And it looks like she pulled off a jar with there's like a half filled with teeth of different sizes and shapes, and she kind of adds it to it, kind of places it back on the shelf.
But really though, any critiques for it? Like I said, I'm new at this type of stuff. Anything I could do to make it better? Or better disguise if I ever need it in the future? The buck teeth might have been a bad choice. I apologize.
I think the best thing you can do is maybe sew your lips shut.
You know you enjoy our banter, Anatole. I saw you smile. Come on. It probably gets lonely in here. You like having someone to banter with.
She pulls out a book on that desk again, and you could hear her kind of ripping through pages.
But really, did you ever get the White Orc's name? I don't know what his actual name is.
Will you shut up?
Can you please just answer the one question, please? And then I'll be quiet, I promise.
She slams the book closed.
Would it make you feel better if you knew my name?
You hear her rifling. You hear her rifling through the drawers again.
How much time has it been? Like, how much time does
Let's just say he has 3 more minutes on that cast.
All right. My name's Asher, by the way, Anatole. So we're at least on a first name basis. Shit, this is her second date, third date.
You see her squat down next to the hollowed out body. That's nothing more than bone, flesh, and sinew. And you see her cutting thin strips of flesh off this creature.
What did that poor sap do?
Talk too much.
You know you enjoy our banter, Anatole.
She pulls out a really long, rusty, dusty needle as she kind of threads the flesh through and pulls it tight.
Okay. You don't have to sew the mouth shut.
She approaches you.
I get it. And I like the...
She puts her hand on your forehead.
You know you're
I whistle.
You know you're gonna miss it.
And
blow her a kiss.
she begins to push the needle through the top lip and into the bottom lip. As you whistle, she'll turn her head, keeping the needle like stuck in his lips.
Come on, you know you want to take things from me. Don't do anything to Chief.
I already have. You don't remember our last discussion?
I do remember.
She points to your abdomen. And as you look down, you see a large scar, like a stitched up cut just to the side of your belly button.
I remember. But you said that my silence could give the others freedom. And I wish to find out how I could give them their freedom.
She pulls the needle out of the lip a little bit, like not out, like she actually like a fish hook in a way, like she just kind of pulls on it, and she stretches your lip out a little bit, and it stings.
And like Asher will move a little closer to him, like, if you didn't want her to kiss, you could just ask. But you know, if you sew my mouth up, you won't be able to hear my screams when you torture me, and I know how much you're going to want to hear those. So there's just fruit to think about.
She pushes the needle through, and then she goes in the top again for the second stitch.
I like it when you're rough.
Second stitch goes for the third.
Come on, Dylan, hurry the fuck up!
Third, fourth, and fifth, as you feel the wet skin slowly dry, and it kind of tightens the grip on that stitch. That should take care of that. As she goes to the drawer and throws the needle in and closes it up. As she closes it up, you hear this bell dinging coming from upstairs, and you see her Anatole kind of look up.
I'll be back.
And she begins to walk up the stairs.
Message to Asher once she's up the stairs.
What was that?
I'm blowing my nose.
Can I reply with my lips sewed shut?
You reply mentally, but I do have to.
Fuck yeah! Okay.
You seem to be enjoying this.
That
Asher.
hurt like a bitch. I've just got a lot of experience being tortured if you don't see all the fucking scars on my body. I'm trying to buy time.
Yeah, understandable. Is there anything she would wish to take other than our lives?
I don't fucking know how this works. I'd kill fucking orcs and goblins.
Do you know any reason she would be interested in Thalia?
I assume you just keep casting this fucking cantrip over. Okay.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Okay. I don't know. She had a thing with Thalia when we were first here. I don't fucking know.
What was special of Thalia? I know she was a chosen, she was a fighter. Could anything?
She just picked one of us to torture. She tried to take Reen's eye. She killed Iridian. I don't know. She just wants to fuck with people and cause pain. That's why I was trying to get her to focus on me. I'm used to it.
Could that be Iridian?
I don't know. No. Does the body on the floor look like it's the size of Iridian? Because Iridian was a small, not small child, but he was a smaller guy.
No, it doesn't. You don't recognize the body on the floor as Iridian.
No, that's not Iridian. You don't yet know.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you weren't sewn with your own friend.
So she did leave the lantern down there, for the record, which will illuminate some of the objects on the wall. You would see in certain beakers and barrels and whatnot, you'll see organs that have been harvested from who knows what the fuck.
Do I see the cat? Is the cat dead?
You don't see the cat. You don't see the cat. And whether or not it's dead or not is beyond you at this moment.
Asher's plotting raid. He's about to take a level in Barbarian.
But why don't everyone that's coherent and awake give me an investigation? Kane, if you're going to investigate, you're doing it at a disadvantage.
Can it be perception?
And then, but how much longer on the?
You're about to pop in a second. Yeah, I was just letting them finish up that little bit of an RP.
I'm an 11.
With an 11, actually, fucking Eustace, you're clear.
Oh, shit.
You're clear as day on this one. Yeah, man, you look around, and you would see beakers filled with shit. In particular, you will see an ear floating in water. You'll see dangling off of the side of the workbench that we were just discussing. You'll see an effigy, like a stuffed voodoo doll, and it has like a little dagger sticking out of its belly, a little pin needle dagger, you know. On the other side, there seems to be like a locket, not a locket, but it's like a necklace held like bound by sinew, and there seems to be a little round amulet, spherical amulet on that, on it as well.
Huh. So just a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah, mostly it's pretty gory, gruesome kind of a sight. Looks like a lot of harvested shit, but there's a couple of extra doodads that seem to be. It's like this seems to be her work table.
Is Carl down here with us? Because I know no one's rolling his character. And stuff.
I was waiting for you to ask that question. You don't see Carl.
Looking around, do I see any of our shit down here?
No, the room itself is pretty barren here. It's pretty barren here, outside of everything that we've described already. It's more of like a butcher table room kind of style setup.
Okay. And
how big is the room? Let's go with maybe 20 to 25 foot wide in a semi-spherical or round kind of a concept. As you are, for those who have been here before, you know that you're inside the basement of a tree hollow.
Could I use Mage Hand to undo the bindings on Asher's mouth?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. Sure. You'd have to tear it.
Well, I was wondering if I could reach also the table.
Yeah, 30-foot range on... yeah, okay. That's doable, 100%.
Alrighty, I'm gonna try and take one of her sharp things and just cut across the sinew.
You grab the first thing that comes to your mind, and you see this black dagger, and it's shaped. I'll draw it on the table to show you what the shape is. So if this is the hilt of it, it's literally like jagged black kind of dagger. It literally looks like a chunk of black glass.
So
not knowing how the message spell works, seeing his mage hand pick it up and bring it over to me, Asher's just yelling in his head, no, 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 no.
You know what, Grog? Why don't you roll me an attack?
Fuck.
Are you shaking your head?
He's just like making noises like, like looking at Grog, just like, He's not moving though, because he's not that stupid.
Roll me an attack, Grog.
Well, hearing him voicing things, I just like pull back the knife and just go.
Like, sorry, Asher holds up a finger for like 1 second. If I purse my lips any to like show the stripping anymore, will that help him out any?
I'll give him a +2.
Okay, that's at least good enough. I'll purse my lips to try and like spread them if I can to just make as much of that fucking sinew available as possible.
We both have a
What do you want me
repeat
to
of the
roll?
arm yesterday.
What do you want me to roll? Like
Just roll
like,
roll a dagger attack. You know, roll your. I'll let you use your intelligence or your dex.
You're not doing the
Intelligence or
accuracy
dex?
chart again?
No, not for his lips.
Elaborate?
You said you're giving me a +2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Proficiency or no? Because I am proficient in daggers.
Yeah, but you're not proficient with daggers with Mage Hand.
Okay. Just checking.
Good. I was only looking for a 10. So.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. As you and your lips get popped open. You still have the chunks of threading, the skin thread in you, like piercings, but yeah.
Oh,
I take the dagger back to the table.
They taste so nasty.
At that
Can
point,
you pull them out?
at that point, your spell would go off, Mr. Ritual Cast.
Okay. So I guess, did it actually work? Should be the question here.
So the ink blot that's on your forehead, you start to feel something peel off your skin.
I'll just... Oh, go on.
No, please, flavor it up. This is your familiar.
Oh, yeah. No, all I was going to do is, like, as he kind of feels that he kind of, like, it's... That awkward feeling, like, whenever, like, you gotta peel, like, like, a piece of dead skin off, and you kind of just, like, move that hand a little bit or whatnot. Just kind of do that with what little bit he can on his head, just shaking it.
Absolutely.
I guess, yeah, as, I guess Tente comes back, and then just kind of, moves, kind of looking around. So, this is where this might get a little interesting.
This shit's about to get fucky.
Yeah, I'll be up front, like, shit may get a little fucky here. So with, through, like, the familiar part, I'm going to, like, you move my sensories to go through, to look in here through, Tente's.
Okay, what's the range on that?
100 feet.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, and I can telepathically communicate with her up
Yep.
to 100 feet as well.
Yep.
So, it's, for flavor-wise, I guess, like, his eyes kind of turn to, like, a deep purple as, like, he's looking through her eyes. And then, what's the ceiling of this room look like? Is like floorboards or like a solid ceiling?
Floorboards.
Okay. So, and like I said, here's where it gets a little possibly fuckety. I'm gonna have her kind of just like slowly kind of start to creep up to look through the top of the floorboards.
Okay.
And all stuff, because she's got the gaseous form, and
Yep.
like, I guess, what would she, or in this turn I see?
You would see another room, clearly. This room features a large table with chairs, enough room on this table to sit 6 to 8. A pot, like your cliche witch's brewing pot in the middle of it. Towards the back of the room, I'll just fucking draw it out. It's not to scale. So you'll see a table, and there's another back room here that seems to have shelves. This here would be the stairwell that goes down. You will see a door here, roughly. Like I said, this is not to scale. And then this little square at the bottom here would be kind of a kitchen-like setup. But a witch's kitchen. Dangling from the ceilings here are doodads, dead bats, creatures, rotting, spiderwebs everywhere. Your cliche hag's den.
Okay. The hag's nowhere in sight.
You do not see a hag in sight. But you're also at floor level. So I'm going to say, like, anything above floor level, you're not going to have line of sight on until you change your perspective.
Okay, I guess, yeah, it's like, I'll have Tente kind of, like, squeeze the rest of the way through the floorboards, but just, like, hunkering to the floor and trying to stay to what shadows there are, and make her way towards the door?
Okay. As Tente walks towards the door, or floats towards the door, the door itself, it's cracked. There seems to be sunlight coming through the bottom of the door.
Okay. I guess you have her pan around just to kind of double check to see if if he sees the hag.
You look around, and I'm not going to even have you roll a perception for it. You don't see a hag.
Okay. So here's where it might get a little fuckety. The most part here. I'm going to link this here. It's the teleport thing. Where it's, as long as she's within 60 feet, I can switch places.
You're within 60 feet.
Okay. Dillinger's, as he's kind of looking through her, is just going to say, I'll be back, going for help.
Don't fuck us.
Um,
Asher said that in character when he heard that. I bought you time, dickhead.
he's going to try to switch places with Tente here.
Sure, why don't you flavor that and tell me what that looks like when you do it?
I guess, I guess just kind of like black ink kind of like drapes over him, and as he switched places with her.
And as you swap and teleport, the ice cocoon that held against your body begins to crumble and kind of fall to the floor, as everyone would just notice that you fucking bamfed out of there. You're upstairs and much taller than your ink blot, than your Rorschach test. You see this table, and on the table, strapped down, what do they see? Or what does he see? Thalia?
You see a woman. She is very tall. You guesstimate that she's close, if not 7 feet tall. But very lithe. Do I have any equipment or anything on me, or?
Nope, you're bare ass at the moment on the table.
Okay, I am very naked.
You actually have you will
way.
actually have like drawings on you, like dotted lines and stuff, almost as if they're planning out how to carve you up.
All right. The most striking features are that is there any light here?
Yeah, there's enough sunlight that's cracking through the door frame that it's enough to see in.
So her skin, like if you look at it straight on, looks like normal fair skin. There's like hints of little color of red and stuff, but when you catch like the glare from the light, it almost kind of it almost looks iridescent, like rainbows a little bit. Am I conscious or unconscious?
Let's say half and half.
You don't see eyes right now. My hair is like really, really long, straight silver thread. And that's basically it.
So, Dillinger, you will see this woman lying on the table, and she's large enough to take up a good chunk of this table.
Shit, that changes ideas.
And clearly she's strapped down. She's actually like leather bound across the table.
Vitruvian Man style kind of thing?
Sure, that works.
Okay.
And like I still have all, or no, I don't have any of my gear, do I? Because all that fell off. I got turned to a pig.
I will answer that by saying you don't see your gear at this point in time.
Oh no, I was thinking like just like if anything was on me, outside of like I guess the ink on the head.
Oh no, you're pretty much dicks a flopping.
Forgot about that. I guess fuck. He's going to kind of like move over by her quickly, I guess, and then or like. Are the straps like kind of like belt straps where it's got like a belt loop type thing, or are we talking about like a tied down strap?
No, they're like belt straps.
I guess he'll kind of try to move over to her quietly and undo the straps and all stuff, and going, hey, pick up. And then he'll, after he gets like one of the straps, just does like that kind of pity slap on her on the side of her face, try to stir her up.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, it's enough.
Okay. Her eyes are going to kind of flutter open, and you're just going to see that they look like just mirror polished silver balls. No iris, no pupil, just straight silver.
I get he'll pause for a second, I guess, saying that, and then just try to move on as he goes to work on, I guess, the other straps. He said there's 2.
Yep.
Yeah, and he'll go to try to work on the other strap. Come on, we gotta get out of here. There's more downstairs.
She's gonna kind of like shake her head, trying to like come back into consciousness here, and she will just nod her agreement.
And I guess as I get the other strap, I'll have Tente kind of come back up from below, and I just make sure. So this is the stairwell here to go downstairs, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then that section, it's like a storage room back there, or at least it has shelves. There's beakers. There's glass back there.
Okay. I'm just making sure I understand the layout.
Yep.
I guess I'll have Tente kind of go out under through the front door area and just kind of sit a little bit above the door, hidden, and just kind of like in case she comes back, starts to come back.
Sure. I'm going to go ahead and show you what Tinte sees. As far as atmosphere is concerned, I'll post it to the wall. As Tinte looks around and looks up into the treetops, you'll see a myriad of hanging corpses from the treetops of this particular tree.
Sounds about right. And I guess as he gets whoever this is on the table free, he'll kind of glance around, like if doing like a quick scan over, like does he see the gear anywhere in the kitchen or in the room?
With the quick scan, not that you can tell, but as you look to the back room, there through the shelving, you'll see stuff.
Okay. He's going. Oh. Yeah, he'll go look. There's like, look, I don't know who you are, what your name is, but look, we all need to get out of here. I'm gonna go in the room, see what there's more downstairs. Go help them get free. As Dillinger's going to kind of turn to kind of go towards the storage room.
Sure. You get to the storage room. Before you go back there, let's go to. I'm going to call you Thalia until I know what else to call you.
Yeah, I'm still working on that.
Yeah, it's all good. As you see this horned, naked tiefling with a red hue start walking to the back room, the storage area.
I'm gonna head to. Fuck you, Asher. God damn it. I'm gonna. It's already hard enough to focus when I'm trying to build this fucking character and you're just fucking it up.
You're the one that's obsessed with tall bitches.
I rolled for that height. I'm sorry that bothers you. I am gonna start heading to where he directed me and start looking for other people to free.
As you stand up, you lose your balance for a little bit because you don't know how long you feel like you've been out. In fact, you don't even remember how you even got captured to begin with. You have a choice to go to the back room or to go downstairs.
Downstairs.
You go downstairs. And we'll come to the back room in a second here, Dillinger. As you go downstairs, you'll see... The first person you see to your left is an individual who's missing an eyeball and an ear. As he would peer back towards you, not recognizing you clearly. Kane, you see a silver-eyed, silver-haired, tall as shit, naked chick walking down like as if she came...
Just height.
Like, I'm guessing this chick's kind of hot, so... yeah, just totally in the nude coming up to you.
How do you change your name in Discord here?
Right click on your name, change.
I don't see that.
It's like change
option.
nickname.
I don't
So
have that
where
option.
Where it says
Right
click
click.
Tal Rune, you click down on that, and then as it scrolls down, you'll see edit server profile. So click on that.
Yeah, you just right click on your name in the chat and then edit server profile.
Okay. Okay, got it.
So you see this coming towards you, Kane. In fact, at first, in your delusional state, your state of mental being, your traumatized brain, at first, because when this individual walks down, it kind of has a glow to her, a slight pixelated kind of a hue as your eye dilates to kind of view it in there, and you're not used to this new perception that you have. And for a second, you get the vision as if it was Alexia walking towards you first, and then as she gets closer to you, it changes to this tall, naked, sexy bitch.
If he would see his former wife, he would look up and question, it's like, Sarah? Until she, and then when she changes form, he'll shake his head, it's like, who are you?
We can get acquainted later. But right now, I believe I met a friend of yours upstairs. He told me to come fetch you all.
Okay.
We breaking out?
That's the general idea.
Yus is gonna start to cast a firebolt from on his fingertips and just try and melt some ice.
Can I, Yeah, never mind. Carry on.
Yeah,
Do it.
you're only able to guide it with your palm, but you're trying to cast your firebolt, and you're getting a couple of things of ice here and there, and it slowly begins to melt. It'll take some time to free your hand completely, but in the meantime, what is everybody else doing?
Asher looks over at Eustace and just says, "Don't burn your dick off."
I tried to break free since we're doing the whole breakout thing.
And
I'm gonna assist in whatever ways I can.
absolutely. I mean, you look over to the table, unknown person, and
Anahel. I've changed it now in Discord.
Anahel.
Anahel, yep.
Anahel, you would see this workbench with tools and a myriad of devices. I assume you go to grab one?
Yes.
All right. As you grab one and you start cutting into the ice, the black glass dagger that you grabbed it seems to cut through this ice with relative ease. As Kane, your one arm gets free, and you're able to start yanking at chunks of ice to free yourself.
Okay.
In about a minute, you free yourself completely as you stumble to the floor in front of this naked chick. You get a good, really close look at her cash and prizes.
She's not even worried about it. Couldn't
Does Kane see
care less.
the area where she got the black knife from and everything?
Does what? I'm sorry?
The shelf where she got the black knife from. Does Kane see that?
Yeah, it's on the desk.
He goes and looks at the desk.
You gotta look at the desk.
He sees the voodoo doll with the knife in it
Yes.
and the ear in the jar.
Yes.
Does that look like his ear?
That's what his ear looks like.
I will say this. You assume it is. However, it's been floating in a liquid for a while, so it'll be very waterlogged and slightly misshapen, but the way the skin around the outside, the way it's been cut, and the amount of skin lost, you put 2 and 2 together, and it's probably your ear. As it floats, and like the liquid that it's in, it's not even clear. It's got like that pond scum kind of semi-green clear liquid, you know?
Gross.
Drawing on I'm looking at something. Kane, knowing what he knows about hags and his hunter ability, Kane would like to try to recall how the actual voodoo doll works, how hags use them.
Okay. I would go ahead, and I'm just going to give it to you because you're the hunter, right? So I would say you would recognize that there's a ritual involved. The details of the ritual, though, are not exact to your memory, but you would have to link the voodoo doll to something of the individual that you're voodooing, if that's even the way to say that. I don't know if that makes sense. So there's a good opportunity, a good chance that there might be a fragment of your ear inside the voodoo doll.
That's how voodoo dolls work in actual like voodoo and stuff.
Kane kind of pulls the pin out of the voodoo doll.
You feel a lot better in your abdomen.
What's voodoo doll in prison pocket?
You can literally go fuck yourself now.
Kane got voodoo dolls.
Sorry.
He'll reach in there and grab his ear out.
Okay, so how do you gain access to the insides of the voodoo doll?
No, he's the jar. He's not.
The ear. Okay.
Yeah, the ear in the jar.
Sure. As you open the jar and you kind of pull it, it drips, but it's like a slimy kind of a drip.
He just kind of holds it and it's like, okay, this is kind of fucky, but okay.
I don't think we can sew it back on, buddy.
That's not the point right now.
I know. I was just trying to lighten the mood. Shit's kind of serious.
Yeah. Kane tries.
I had dead person on my lips.
Kane goes out to help his buddy. First, he pulls off all the nasty sinew thread from his mouth.
Well, before you go, there's still one more thing I would like to throw with you here. As you pull the ear out of the formaldehyde, nasty pond scum shit, and you have the voodoo doll in your hand, you can't help but notice this orb-like, I guess, amulet, for lack of a better term, that seems to be on there. It's very crude and disgusting in nature, but what you find peculiar as your eye, once again, looks at it. So think of like a sphere on the end of a rope, basically, or like a necklace like this, right?
Yeah.
And this orb is kind of like glass, but there seems to be something moving on the inside of it. And it's kind of like whitish and red. It almost looks like veiny in a way.
Is it his fucking eye?
Do you bring it closer to yourself so you can see it?
Yes.
As you pull the white mass with the red kind of capillaries inside it, like the amulet doesn't move, but whatever's inside turns and looks straight at you. What color are you? What color is your eye?
Green.
This is a green eye looking back at you.
Motherfucker. Kane takes that, just palms it with the rest of the shit.
As you hold on to this amulet and you palm the amulet in your hand, you blink your left eye and you feel as if you have vision back in your right eye, but as if you have your palm on your eye. Now you see your face.
Kane will put it on. I don't know what to do with this. Put it on like a necklace.
You put it on, and you have vision center point off of where the necklace dangles, and you could look out. So you have two eyes. They're just in different locations.
This is fucking weird. I
Holy
don't.
shit. We could turn it into an eye, like a fake eye patch thing for you. Out of character, but fuck. Because I don't know any of this. That was Josh's idea. You can be Mad-Eye Moody, motherfucker! Goddamn, I'm excited!
Calm down. Calm down.
Help Asher.
All right. So as you go and help Asher, with your
I removed the rest of the sinew from his lips because that's just gross.
absolutely at this point,
With
go ahead. I'm sorry.
with the hand that grabbed the formaldehyde ear out of
Not
his
your
mouth.
fucking earhead!
Yeah, you leave a little slime on his lip, and we'll come back to that in just a hot second here. As at this point, Eustace, your hand breaks free from melting the ice.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing it. Just keep on moving it, try and bend my hand a little bit to the rest of my arm, try and free my full arm so I can hover the bolt across everywhere else.
You see Anahel, you would see Eustace struggling to get his other arm free as he's kind of harnessing a firebolt in his arm, and he's kind of using it to melt away some shit.
Can I use like the butt of the dagger or knife or whatever I had to like smash it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? You absolutely
Right,
you help him enough that he breaks free and falls with a slight stumble.
Can I try to catch him?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand.
Now. That wasn't good.
You bounce off of one of her breasts and hit the floor.
Ow. I stand up. I look up. I'm like, why are you so tall?
I mean, you're literally eyes to, not to sound vulgar, guys, but she's 7 feet fucking tall, but you're literally like eyes to nipples right now as you look up at her.
That's a heritage thing. I think.
Is there any object in the room I can grab that's like handheld size?
You got a whole workbench full of tools and toys.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a random tool with my mage hand. I'm gonna light it with light. It's both cantrips.
Sure. You grab a pair of pliers that have fresh blood on them.
Yeah, and I light them up and I start moving it around. I'm looking for stuff.
Sure. The area here it's dark, dank. Think of a cellar of a hag den. It's not quite wonderful here. In fact, as you cast your light cantrip, shining bright light for the first time, many of you shutter your eyes as you're just not adjusted to bright light. Gosh, I mean, honestly, you guys are super hungry. You're super tired. You feel like you've been here for days, maybe even weeks. Who knows? Nevertheless, as your light cantrip shines, you'll start to see insects hiding and scurrying in the from the light. Spiders, roaches, centipedes, cave crickets. Ugh. By the way, cave crickets, one of the most fucking disgusting insects in
They're so gross.
Dude, they terrify me.
What do they look like?
Cave crickets aren't bad.
Dude, fuck you. All right, no. Cave crickets can go to hell. They are spawns of hell.
They're a little bit annoying, sure, but they ain't bad.
Oh, dude.
No, they just look creepy. And
They
got the weird
terrify me.
antennas and
That
stuff,
and
they're just
centipedes. I don't do centipedes, dude. If I ever saw a centipede in real life, I scream like a bitch.
They got too many fucking legs.
I can
So
confirm.
you're saying the human centipede is probably the scariest maybe.
Fuck you!
Yeah.
Ideas? That's what the hag's gonna do to us next.
Nevertheless,
Episode.
nevertheless, all these insects and creatures will scurry as your light cantrip flies around the room.
All right, is everybody free?
I would say Asher's in the process of being freed. Grogner would be the last one. And yeah, after about 5 minutes or so, you all would break free as you stand next to this emaciated corpse on the ground. And we're going to pause you for a second. We're going to go upstairs. Dillinger.
Yep.
You have 5 minutes to burn as you push open this cracked door. It as it opens, and you see shelving, and there's beakers, there's bags, there's things tucked in the corner. Can't hear you, George, if you're talking.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Roger. And there's a bunch of shit here.
I guess he'll start shifting through the bags, and like, nothing really interesting gonna be in the beaker. So he's going to start shifting through the bags, see what's where. He's just looking to see if anything's their gear.
Are you taking anything?
It depends on what's in the bags. It's like.
Okay, we can work with this. First of all, yes, you would see clothing that appears to be very familiar to you. You would also see whatever Thalia was wearing from the waist up, tucked away in the corner as well.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Do me a favor.
Yep.
Roll me a D30 10 times.
30. How the fuck do I roll a D30?
/roll 1D30.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And you have to tell me what you roll.
You say you want this 3 times or 4 times?
10 times.
10 times? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, rolled a 2. 23.
Hold on.
3. Yep.
You find a javelin in the corner with a very shiny tip. So someone keep track of this, please.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm doing exactly that. Alright. So, shiny jav.
And it's just a tip. The tip seems to have a metallic tip, and it looks to be
just a tip.
Yeah, and it seems to be finely crafted at a glance.
Okay. Next one's a 23.
23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Wow. You find a small hand crossbow that seems to be dangling from the ceiling by like a rope or a twine.
All right. Next one is a 3.
Hold on. Do me a favor. I mean, whatever, dude. It's just put hand crossbow of warning. You guys don't know what that is yet, obviously.
We're getting cool shit, guys.
What's the next number?
3.
3. You find a dwarven crafted maul. It is a 2-handed weapon, I believe. 1 second.
It is.
Maul. If I was a maul, where would I be on this list? You son of a bitch. Yes.
They're 2-handed.
Heavy 2-handed weapon, yep. And it's a dwarven make.
Yep. Next one is 11.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You see this half plate that seems to be very cold to the touch and very silvery shiny. It has a crest of the Holy Empire on it. I.e., it is an adamantine half plate.
Holy shit.
I like half plate.
That's what you like about it? Of
the
the 2 things he said there, that's the part you're gripping onto.
All right.
Wow.
Next one, frog is a 29.
Fucking shit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It'll be second from the last at the D30.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You don't know what I'm looking at here.
Fair
16,
enough.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Daddy,
25,
nice
26, 27, 28, 29. 29, you said? Yep. This seems to be next to the half plate that you just pulled up. There's and it's covered in spider webs. It looks like it's been sitting here for quite a while. It looks to be a leather armor, and as you kind of rotate it in the light, it glints green, i.e. it's a leather armor of resistance for acid.
Not bad.
Next one is 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. This crossbow, you had to like pull a couple of bags away to reveal it. It is amazingly detailed on the side. In fact, it looks like it has carvings on it, almost like it's made out of ivory. And it depicts a battle. In particular, an individual, what looks to be riding a wyvern, shooting a crossbow. It is very beautiful. It is eye-catching. It is awesome. And it is, out of character, a +2 light crossbow.
That's cool.
Alright. Next one is 23 again, which I think was the small hand cross.
Roll again.
Okay, roll that one again. Okay, so 1 sec here. Alright, I put that one back in. So the following one was a 10.
10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another piece of armor, chainmail, and it seems to have very similar qualities to the half plate as it's cold and solid.
Okay.
So an adamantine chainmail.
We've
Next
got
one,
heavy, medium, and light armor so far.
next one is 17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17. As you continue to pull through some shit, something hits the ground next to you, and it kind of goes. You look down, and it's a dagger that almost stabbed you in the foot. This dagger is a dagger of warning. Out of character.
Alright, next one is a 14.
Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow. You're just on the fucking armor kick, ain't you? This one seems to be on like a mannequin, like one of those propped up dummies, you know? And it seems to be a breastplate. But it has this kind of black mist that faintly kind of hovers around it. It is, out of character, a breastplate armor of resistance necrotic. How many more do we have?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, which is the last one, which is 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the wall, kind of like placed in it, you see a battle axe. This battle axe is chipped and smashed and used, but as you kind of look at it and you run your thumb across the blade of it, it literally cuts you. And it's weird because it looks like it's damaged to all hell, but this fucking thing seems to be really sharp still. It is a +2 battle axe.
Alright.
Now that with mixed in with all your gears back there as well.
7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So Dillinger's at least for him, with kind of being with how his background is, he's at least grabbing the chainmail and the +2 light crossbow for himself. I guess the only other thing I guess is like he'll start after like grabbing those and putting in. As you said, in bags. There's bags with our stuff there, right?
Yeah, there are satchels and stuff there. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I just want to clarify. Was that okay? I guess he'll set those two things aside where, like, I guess the bag that had his stuff, as he starts like trying to put everyone else's outside the door and then trying to grab that stuff after.
Sure, absolutely.
And just starts putting everything out there, not trying to do it quietly so nothing clangs, but quickly.
And for
That
the
makes
record, there are still vials of things, but it's all unidentified. You know, different colors, different everything.
Do I have time to take a quick glance at those?
And you can look at them, but I just told you what they were. Just a bunch of vials, and they have multiple different color liquids, things floating in them. One of them's filled with ichor, another one with bugs.
Is there like a empty-ish or slightly empty bag that's not being too used by the stuff, like our stuff and then the new stuff?
Yeah, you're looking to just put a whole bunch in a bag?
Yep, it's literally trying to... So...
Roll a d20.
Comically, it's just sitting there doing the whole arm bag straight across the shelf.
I get what you're doing. Roll a d20.
7.
Okay. 7 vials fall into the bag, and it fills the bag up, as this bag is not that huge, and it's random. And we will talk about that randomization later, but just for now, put 7 vials of stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys. So, everyone downstairs, you would hear clink, 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 and kind of like clanking and clanging of glass.
Guess Dillinger found our stuff.
Ladies first, as I point to the behemoth of a woman down here.
So what all did we find? Did somebody post in the?
Yeah, I'll put it there and say I was writing it down by hand first.
Okay.
Because I'm quicker handwriting than typing.
At least I'd like to have the javelin actually.
For right now, for time's sakes, I say we just hold off too far in the divvy right now.
Well, your gear's upstairs as well. So I guess you guys are gonna gather your shit and head upstairs. I'm guessing that's where this is going.
So is this do we have to change anything on our character sheets if we don't?
You all are technically. You guys are at 1 health right now.
I meant my ink pen, small knife,
all of our shit's upstairs in that storage room, so we don't have to change any of that.
And their previous stuff.
Voice changer.
What the hell is that?
Don't know what it was.
Apologies.
Sorry. That made my
I was
asshole pucker
saying,
up.
and their previous stuff.
Oh yeah, it's like our...
No, what you found is what you found.
So we didn't find the bag of holding or anything like that?
Yeah, no. It's been a couple weeks maybe. It could have been used already, broken down to components, or given away to another hag. Who knows?
What is the spell slot? Do I have my spells? Like all my spell slots?
Yeah, you will be the only one that has half health. And fuck it, we'll say half your spells.
Okay.
Since you were of a different situation.
Okay.
No sooner than you guys can be heard going up the stairs. Dillinger, you see Tinte watching a female elf hauling this body on her back. Just shouldering it and kind of like lurching through the woods.
Motherfucker.
We all grab the shit and run. Because we're all upstairs in the kitchen, right?
Well, you guys are in the process. Dillinger is technically the only one upstairs in the moment, but you'll be upstairs in like a second or two.
About how far out is she?
60 feet?
Hey, big girl. How well can you grapple?
I'm trying to think.
We don't know any of this.
She's like pretty thin and not very stocky. She's like fucking. She's really
String
tall.
bean?
but-
I'm thinking
yeah.
everything fucking out of the back room currently.
She's pretty thin.
Give me a sec. I want to check on something real quick. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I'm just double checking something real quick.
I kind of like this map.
Fuck, that's a 1 hour, Rich. Okay.
I hate that. Map.
Yeah.
You just hate when it happens,
I
so.
guess. Oh shit. How do I want to go about this?
Don't know, but she's getting closer.
Yeah, sorry. Fuck. Dillinger's going to just start, I guess, chucking like the gear with our regular gear, whatever, not like down towards the others, and just kind of say she's here. And while he's doing that, he's going to try like message Tente to, if possible, go delay her by doing the ink spray.
Oh, you made me ink.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just trying to ink spray blind her, or at least keep her attention, keep her outside.
Sure. Why don't you link ink spray for me real quick?
I can't. It's on the stat sheet for the mascot.
Okay.
I sent you.
Give me the abridged version of it.
Ink sprays sprays ink in a creature from within 15 feet of it. Target must succeed a DC 12 saving throw or be blinded until the end of next turn. I don't know how long you want the end of next turn be.
What saving throw? What's that?
DC 12 con. It's a bad coin flip in our
Okay.
in her favor, but
Okay. So, as you order Tinte to do so, you know what? Does she even see Tinte? I know he's really small.
He is tiny, and he does have a +5 to stealth.
Yep, and I definitely did not see with a 7. Yeah, dude, Tinte would kind of like a leaf on the wind, and as the hag, she actually kind of throws the body on the ground right quick, which seems to be very much orcish, by the way. And she's just like, ah! And you could hear her kind of howling in the background. Everyone on the inside, you hear a hag howling. Here's the thing. As the howling happens, you feel the den that you're in begin to kind of vibrate as if it feels like it's moving a little bit.
We need to get the shit and get out of here. So we need to go. We need to run. Grab all the shit and get it. We need to run. She's distracted. The house is moving. Let's go.
Okay.
And I just shoved Kane's bag into his chest. And, like, I assume, Dillinger, you said you put all the other shit into bags, too?
I basically was trying to get everything out of there and all stuff into what I could into bags up top, and then I was just chucking your guys' stuff down there for you to start.
Then I'm assuming, like, all of our shit's in bags, and I just shoved Kane's bag into his chest and maybe one of the other ones. Same with everybody else. I am just shoving their bags into their chest and maybe, like, one of the other ones to help carry shit. We are going now. Move.
Yeah.
Very much in, like, a commanding, get the fuck out. Asher's back in his element. And he's just like, go, go, go. Fucking kicks the door open, whatever. Go. Dick a swinging.
Okay. As Asher leads the way and kicks the door open, that gives everyone an opportunity here. So why don't we go down the line? So, Kane, since he called you out by name first, as he shoves your gear onto your chest, you see him in the process of getting ready to kick the door open and running. What are you going to do, Kane?
As soon as that door opens, we start running.
All right, that's fair. Grognar.
I'm following Kane.
Okay, fucking Thal.
Oh, did anybody grab the gauntlet? I meant to say I was gonna grab that.
No one mentioned it. It was still downstairs.
What was it? Grab shit.
I'll run down.
I'll grab
it and then run out.
All right.
Somebody will grab it.
Okay, that's fine.
You went really robotic for me.
The gauntlet of tail.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. I'll let you go there because that makes sense.
Was there anything else of value down there? Because we did search it pretty thoroughly, but I think the gauntlet's the only thing that...
There was a lot of jars with a lot of stuff in it. What it is inside, I don't know. That's up to you.
It's not worth it at this point. We're going to waste too much time. We get the fucking gauntlet because thematics, but we need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, so Grognar, you having the gauntlet in your hand, your gear in your hand, you're gonna haul ass too. Is that what I'm understanding?
After creating a small burn in her house, yeah.
Oh, you want to cast like a fire in the house?
Yeah, create bonfire.
Okay, sure. You go ahead and throw a bonfire somewhere in the wooden area. I'm okay with that. What's fucking something hell with Anahel? Anahel.
And a hell. Yep.
What's going through your head there?
I'm going to be following, I guess. I grabbed whatever gear I could grab. I was not super paying attention to. Oh, I
just
grabbed
shoved
whatever
shit in
wasn't
people's
grabbed.
hands. Yeah, no, I just shoved shit in your hands.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say thematically, things that we already called out are picked up sporadically amongst the crew.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Sort that out later.
we're going. I'm going
exactly.
and following
Okay.
as fast as I can.
Fantastic. Eustace.
All right, right before I got my bag in my right hand or my left hand, and right before we leave, I'm just gonna cue up a firebolt across the entire shelf in the downstairs and just try and just shatter and demolish everything that's in a vial.
Absolutely. Give me a perception check. This is downstairs, you said?
Yeah, the torture area.
Sure. And this you're casting shatter, you said?
No, just a firebolt. I'm just using
Oh, okay. Well, it's going to be an individual that takes time, so you're going to be lagging behind the crew. You're aware of this.
can I get a rules check on my invisibility? My feet invisibility, not a casted invisibility.
Link it real quick. What's the rule you're trying to check?
Can I cast this without having the spell book? If I have the shadow feet.
If it's a feat, you shouldn't have any kind of prereqs unless it says you need one.
It doesn't say
got it
anything.
From a feat, you have the ability to cast that no matter what.
Yeah,
They happen once per day.
Correct, and I believe it's an at will as well. So you don't need to speak it. You don't need to do hocus pocus. It just you think it and it happens.
Yeah, fine. I'm gonna send the bolt then, and as I'm running, I'm gonna go invisible.
Roll me perception, please. As you're casting these firebolts, you leave streams of light, bright light, as they collide into these random jars. There's one jar. It's a large jar on the shelf. It's had its own little cubby hole for it. It's literally almost like the size of those, those gallon jugs that you can put on the machine, the water cooler stuff. So it's like that size, the 10 gallon jugs. And you notice as you're whipping these around, you're creating concussive forces every time these bolts are hitting, and it kind of disturbs the water that's on the inside of this thing, and it rotates. Whatever's in there rotates, and it seems to be like a pig head. But as it rotates, it's like morphed. So like half of it's pig, the other half is like a droopy, waterlogged half of a face. Roll me an investigation. The face looks like someone that's been around you for quite some time.
Oh, no. Killed our cook, dude. Oh my god.
As it just kind of rotates in the beaker, severed.
And I'm going
Who is
to...
it? Who is it?
It's Carl.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I'm going to queue up a bolt. I'm going to say, bye, Carl. I'm going to smash one into it, and I'm going to run out and go invisible.
It shatters, and your firebolt catches fire to some of the wooden shelving that's down here as well, and kind of begins to slowly get engulfed and creates a lot of smoke. As you haul ass out, everyone at this point has dictated that they're bouncing, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, about 30, 40, 50 feet away, you will see a hag currently kind of scraping at her eyes. Ah! Ah!
Don't care.
You're like, don't care.
Okay.
Peace!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Running.
Yeah, Dillinger's just going to start flapping his wings just to kind of fly like a little bit higher, just because to him it's quicker than running.
As you flap, I mean, you haven't used your wings in a while. It feels like your muscles are cramped. Flight is going to happen for 5 minutes before you have to rest. Just so you're aware. Till you stretch your wings out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's better than nothing.
I agree. 5 minutes will get you pretty far.
Yeah.
While we're running, can I be looking for a place, like once we've ran for a couple minutes, can I be looking for a place for us to hide?
Well, yeah, when we'll get to that in a second here. So as you run outside and you're kind of whipping around, I'm assuming in a random direction because I don't think you guys know where the fuck you are.
We know how to get there from the mountains because we did stumble across it coming from the river. So we do know that much.
Okay.
And then Iltama led them towards the town.
Once we got out, once we were teleported away to a random location. But the only ones that, and so from that spot, yeah, we knew how to get from the town with Iltama, but we didn't know where that spot was in correlation to the Hag's Den.
Gotcha.
So Asher would honestly be probably leading them towards the mountain because at least once we get back to there, we know where we're at.
Okay.
Right, we know where the river.
Yeah, we know where the river is, and we can work our way back to like Beaton or up the mountain. So that's
Awesome.
the way Asher would have been leading them since I was going in the front.
All right. Sounds like a plan, Stan, as you guys will walk that way. So it's like a slight incline hill, then eventually dips down. So you make it that way. As you guys begin to run and shuffle that way, the hag starts throwing these ice beams in random directions as she's still struggling to wipe her eyes free. You would run past. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. As you kind of wrap around the tree to head in the direction you're looking for, towards the mountains, you'll see like a line of creatures. These creatures are quadrupeds. Some look like to be ponies. Some of them horses. Some of them goats. Well, one is a goat. And tied to a leash, you see a young saber-toothed cat.
Asher's immediately running over there and getting the cat. He's pulling one of the daggers from his pack, cutting the leash, and grabbing the cat.
All right, so where's your token, Asher?
How far was it from the group?
I'm about to. Why don't you guys throw your tokens on the board for sake of reference here, and just say the kitty is going to be where the blue circle is, and you guys are in the process of running away there in the big circle. And the hag, for point of reference to get some more direction. Where the fuck did I put that token? I put you... You son of a bitch. Where did I put the fucking hag at?
I think the hag's...
Did I leave her on the table? Because I can't seem to find it.
She's not on the table from what I can see. Anywhere.
Son of a fucking bitch.
You put her in your little DM screen.
And I thought I did, but I don't fucking see her. Come on, Anatole, don't be a bitch.
Did you put her in one of the bags by accident?
I don't think so. Whatever. I'll just do a random token to represent her for now. She's right over here for the moment. Don't mind the name. Dude, I'm really bummed out. I really fucking just had her ticket. Anyway, so you are all hauling ass and running away. Yes, Eustace is in the back because he was lagging behind a little bit. But nevertheless, and she's throwing ice beams all over the fucking place. Eustace, as you exit the door, you notice that the tree starts to move. And the branches are starting to kind of like whip around. One of the branches, Eustace, swings down to try to crush you. Please hold. What's your AC without armor on? Doesn't matter. I rolled a fucking 7. So this tree branch kind of comes down at you, Eustace, and just crashes right behind you. You feel some of the branches, like the leaves, whip you in the back of your neck.
I just keep running.
As you haul ass. All right, Asher, let's fucking do it. You see kitty tied.
Yeah, how far is all those animals and stuff from where we are?
They're practically in line with everything. So let's say, you know, let's just say 2 horses, a pony, a goat, and a cat.
2 horses, a pony, a goat, a cat. So that's 5 animals, and there's 6 of us. Or no, 4 animals. Yeah, I'm at least grabbing the cat, and I'm gonna cut the. Is the goat tied up too?
All these creatures are tied up.
All right, I'm cutting the leash on the cat, and I'm cutting the leash on the goat, and I'm using my once per day thing because I'm assuming I've got it back to speak with animals, and I'm telling the goat to follow us.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's our goat, our big ass goat.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling him to follow us, and we're all hauling ass. If anyone wants to free the horses and pony, do it. I got ours.
I'm getting the horse. I'm getting a horse.
Yeah.
As you go for the horse.
Dahlia's gonna live vicariously through Annahel.
It's roughly the size of a horse, isn't it? Like, it's a rideable mount, right?
There's no saddle on it. It's just a bare horse at the moment. But
no,
yes.
but I'm saying, like,
yeah, it's a horse.
Stats-wise, yeah, it's basically a horse.
It's a horse.
Works
And
for
we'll
me.
ride that goat too.
As you guys,
I should go ride that bitch.
as you guys use your actions to free horses and run and dodge and whatnot, Anatol starts chanting in a language that nobody here speaks, and you start to see the tree shake and kind of whip around as the hung creatures and all the people that are in the canopy, the rope that binds them by their neck, they slide down, still hung by the neck.
Jesus.
Fuck!
These zombies can best be described as zombies. They have claws, their teeth are jagged, but they are all still attached to the tree as if, as if on leashes. But they begin to kind of sprawl towards you guys. All right, what are you guys going to do?
I am going to do a thing.
I mean, I'm off the board.
There is no better time for this. I'm going to use my channel divinity.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
What's your range on that?
Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails... So, like, I want to position myself, and I don't have a token yet, so...
We'll use Thalia's old token for now.
I don't know where she went.
I put her in the graveyard. Here, use Carl.
Oh, okay.
Use Carl for now.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to position myself...
You have to
Maybe I'll wait until we get to a more advantageous area for this. But once we do get to that point, I want to use Turn Undead. And that's 30 feet of me must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
And I believe if it's what level or below, it disintegrates?
Like half or
It's
quarter?
half.
So, yeah, see
When
how
an
half-
undead creature fails its saving throw against your Turn Undead feature, the creature is instantly destroyed if its challenge rating is half or below.
Half of what number?
No,
Just
it's your
half
CR.
of one challenge.
Oh, just half of a
yeah,
challenge
it's
rating.
CR
Gotcha.
rating
Yeah.
is half.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so everything that's happening is happening. So you tell me, when is your trigger? What is your advantageous situation?
Right there.
Oh, so you're charging back into them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought they were in front of us. My bad.
No. No.
So if any of them get within 5 feet of me, and I'll be at the back, I will do this.
Okay. That is fair. As they seem to be running about as fast as you guys are. I'm assuming you're using dash actions as far as measurement is concerned.
Yes.
You haul ass away with pony. I'm assuming you guys cut the ponies and the horses, or the pony and the horse.
I would have cut all the animals loose or
Okay.
something and just had them try and follow us.
You continue to all haul ass. Mind you, you guys don't have your armors on yet because you didn't have enough time to put it all on, but you have it in hand and you're just trucking it. Eventually, as you look back, you see the tree's roots uproot as if it grew legs, and the tree itself begins to shuffle in your general direction. It's very slow going, as you are faster than it. But the cool thing is as this tree is following you, you see these zombies just kind of dangling and swinging by their necks as the movement of this tree is like just trying to get closer and closer to you. But once again, you guys are hauling ass. You're much faster than this tree.
How badly is it burning?
You see some smoke, but it's not like completely engulfed. It's only been like 2 minutes. Nevertheless, eventually, between timber and tree line and rocky outcroppings, eventually this tree is behind line of sight on you guys. The air goes from chilly to a little bit warmer the further away you get. The air is a little bit more alpine-y the further away you get, and doesn't reek as much of death. But you hear faintly, echoing into this little crevice of a canyon that you guys are in, this little crack in the mountain, you kind of hear what sounds like Anatol screaming in anger, but it just kind of echoes through the trees, like that lost voice kind of sound.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know whenever we came to Anatol's thing, we saw this like wicker person thing on a stand. When we're leaving, do we see the same wicker person thing?
You're not up to that point yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were at that point yet or not.
All right, team, you feel as if you got a decent lead. What are you guys gonna do?
Put some pants on.
Yeah, I would find us a decent spot to try and hide like off the path and at least get dressed.
Yeah. Dillinger will do the same.
And dibs on that half plate. Yeah. Is there still boss music playing?
No, this is Mass music.
Yeah, I never.
Right now.
Yeah, I never put on any kind of boss music. This has all been like out of combat RP kind of stuff.
So, how long have we been running for?
Let's say 10 minutes at this point.
Okay. We stop long enough to put on clothes and armor, and then we keep moving.
That sounds reasonable. As you take a moment to yourselves to get your bearings and get your shit together.
Anyone have any objections to me grabbing the fancy new half plate? Kane, do you want it?
Yeah, I kind of want it. I lost an ear and an eye here.
Yeah.
By the way,
Asher looks at the half plate, then looks at Kane all fucked up, and is like, "You need this more," and then he'll grab the breastplate.
Who's the tank in the group now? It's no Thalia. Is it gonna be Kane?
Me and
I have half plate from the Dwarven City. You can
oh,
have
okay.
that.
Theoretically,
I'll take
I can
your
I can
half plate
fulfill
then.
a tank. I can fulfill a tank as well.
But me and Kane technically have the highest HP. When we're all rested up and everything.
Yeah, but so I'll admin team half plate. Yeah.
I'll take the fancy breastplate that we found.
What about the Thalia's new character has absolutely nothing, though, right? Did Thalia have like a starter kit that she's
I have
getting?
that dagger. I have that dagger that I picked up. That's all I've got.
Plate now.
So you don't even have like a bedroll or like a bag?
Nope.
Oh, you
I
didn't have
think we
any
gave her
shit in there?
Thalia's stuff.
I mean, I'll take
there's
stuff.
The top half of Thalia's gear was there.
So she has half plate.
Yeah.
The bikini half plate because it was small on Thalia.
No, I had a
it
proper
was Dwarven full plate.
breastplate. Remember?
Yeah, you had dwarven full plate, but remember
No,
it was...
remember at the fucking church I got donated some
Yeah.
like
Oh,
an actual armor
so you're
set.
back to bikini armor though, because you're
Yep.
like 8 inches taller than Thalia was.
Maybe
Oh.
it's all in my legs and my torso's a 6-foot torso. How about that?
That's fair. That's fair.
That's gross.
We're just arguing semantics here.
I know. I just wanted to fuck with Thalia.
Never.
Right, okay.
Nevertheless, as that all happens, oh, I found Anatole! Yay! Yeah, guys. So you collectively get your shit together. I'm gonna go ahead and say the one thing you would see. Actually, Kane, there's something I want to address with you real quick.
Yeah.
As you are running, where first of all, where did you put your ear? I'm guessing in a pocket.
I have my ear and that damn voodoo doll grasped in my hand.
Okay, so you know how when you put your ear to a conch and it sounds like the ocean? Is that a yes?
Yes, I know what you mean.
Well, as you hold your ear, you hear the same thing.
Fuck it. Now, I'm
Did
not
you
worried
just-
about that right now.
Did you
I'll
just get a
address
free
that when
spying
we have
tool?
breathing room. And right now, Kane does not feel like he has breathing room.
Absolutely. As you hear in the voodoo's in the same hand, I'm assuming, as you hold the ear and the voodoo doll kind of grinds together, you also hear like that kind of sounds. You know, that ruffled kind of sound.
Making a mental note of that.
The necklace. The necklace that you're wearing is kind of bobbing around a little bit, and your vision looks like you're fucking doing this.
I close that eye because that's just going to disorient me.
100%. The other thing that you would be seeing as you're putting on your armor and putting on your gear, guys, you would also look down the pathway, and you would see a half-broken wagon.
Well, can we scavenge anything out of it?
I'd start casting bending on the wheel.
Well, pause. As you guys approach this wagon, I'm assuming all your gear is on. As you approach this wagon, it seems to be reclaimed by nature. It looks as if this wagon has been here in the overgrowth a month and a half, 2 months, as vines and bush have already grown through the wheels and around it, and is basically reclaimed by nature. The tarp on the top is just ripped up to shreds, like it's been dealing with high winds and weather and animals. In fact, there's a couple of nesting terns inside, inside some of the darker spots of the canopy. As you kind of scurry them out, you see a couple of rodents kind of flutter out. The inside, you'll see some old, decrepit bowls, some spoons, a barrel that's been tipped over and shattered open.
Yeah, out of character, if you're trying to imply that that's our wagon and some time skip happened, we never would have. Ours had 0 top on it. So we would think it's somebody else's.
Okay, no fucking top, all right?
Okay.
Okay, so it's our wagon.
I don't think we have time to deal with the wagon. It's pretty fucked up.
Okay.
If there ain't no loot in it, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, we can give it a once-over real quick to see if there's anything in it, but I don't think we have time. We need to keep moving.
By the way, your cat is noticeably larger.
Like, how much larger? Because he was like a small dog.
Yeah, now it's like a large dog.
Like a German Shepherd?
Sure, like a German Shepherd.
Okay, it's been a while. It's been at least a couple weeks or something. Because in the span of 2 weeks, he grew a little bit. And then it's been, probably a month or more.
Doesn't matter.
Could I make a nature check to see how long it would have taken him to grow that big?
Sure, go ahead.
That just makes sense to me.
You,
7.
I'm gonna make some crazy shit up. Here's the fun part. Ready? You know that you can tell the age and the growth of this breed of saber-toothed cat. They have rings on the inside of their butthole. As you push your finger into its butthole and you just kind of rub across the ridges, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, a ring for every week. And there's about
Why do you got?
I don't know, man. You pull it out, and your finger's a mess, but you feel that this cat's like 3 months old.
Why did I have to violate the cat? You could have just told me I failed the check. Fuck.
You know.
And on that imagery, I think this is a good place to dwindle it down, guys.
No. This is not a good place to dwindle it down.
No,
we got 17 minutes left.
We got some shit we need to do.
We're not going to end on fingering a cat's butthole.
It's perfect.
No.
Quick, so someone do something real quick so don't end it like that.
Yeah, can we find somewhere to, like, how long have we been running from the hag?
Like I said, about 10, 15 minutes tops.
Go. We keep going.
Yeah, we just keep going until we get, like... We keep going until, like, we've ran for an hour and then find somewhere to camp.
Absolutely. I have just the place for you. Just a moment here.
Oh, God.
Or if we hit the river.
I swear to God, if it's that damn cabin. Oh, okay.
No, the cabin's in the complete opposite direction.
Oh, my rocks are white. I might have to update this map. Are the rocks white to you guys?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks good, though.
They look.
Besides
like,
this one.
Sandstone. I mean, to me, they have like a sandstone look color to them.
Oh, whatever. It is the Whitestone Mountains, so I guess it sticks.
They look like they're limestone or marble then. It's fine.
So as you guys hear the rushing of a river, you look up and you would see a familiar canopy to most of you. You just see the Whitestone Mountains covered in snow. There appears to be, just the rushing river that you remember crossing over. The log that was pulled down last time you were at this river, still kind of there, broken to the side. You would see, because at this point in time, you're running, it's like midday. You would hear a buzzing sound coming from nearby. And occasionally you'll see a big bug kind of fly out of a little bit of a hole in the ground. Like almost like a giant mosquito. But it pays no mind to you at the moment.
I just had a thought from whenever we were at our old busted down wagon. And I said, we did like look inside of it, right?
Yeah, it was just overgrown and shattered.
Okay, so like our warm leather cloaks probably weren't in there, or our cold weather cloaks probably weren't in there, were they? That I bought us.
I don't think so.
We're going into the mountains. Okay, fuck.
We're going into the mountains?
Well, I mean, we're in the area.
You guys are in the Whitestone Mountains, technically.
Yeah. So I bought us warm weather, or cold weather gear for the shit. Remember, we went up the mountains. I thought we were going to be going back up the mountain at one point.
I remember.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, guys, you're at the riverbed here. Like I said, you see the large mosquitoes going in and out of this little cave that's across the river from you, but you're not close enough to gain the ire of them. It's about midday, almost, let's say, between dinner and lunch. You look up. The weather itself, though, it's kind of a cloudy, kind of a gloomy kind of a day. You will see behind you where you came from, birds seem to just kind of fly out of the tree lines and kind of into the sky. You'll see if you look down the river like a deer kind of lapping up some of the river and, sticks his head up as it gets eyes on you and, kind of charges off into the mountainside.
Do we see in Vindor's cairn that we made for him?
You would absolutely see because you put him in rocks, if I'm not mistaken.
We buried him and then built rocks up over him.
You definitely see a pile of rocks. It's across the river, but you definitely see it.
So we know where we're at now.
Right.
We rest here.
Good news. We know where the road the town is from here.
Yeah, and we know where we're at. We rest here and then figure out a plan in the morning.
I believe this is where you met Myth as well.
Yep.
On the other side of the river. Yep.
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 As
Now we
memories
sleep.
of a Chili Lake Cube creature falls back into Asher's memory.
Oh, Asher's having a lot of PTSD right now. Like, he is not okay. He is not okay.
I assume you guys are going to try to camp up or rest up somehow. Because at this point, I can definitely give you the benefits of at least a short rest for now, unless you decide to aim for a long rest here at some point.
I say we try and go for a full long
yeah.
rest.
I think we need a long rest. Yeah.
No, do
Take a long
short
rest.
first and then long, so you can roll the extra hit dice.
Yeah, do a short rest and then we'll do long rest.
You got it. So why don't you set the scene of the long rest for me here? How do you plan on doing that? And then we'll call it a night.
How many hit dice can we re-roll or get back from rest?
As many as you wish to use that you have available to you.
I just want to know how many I recover from a long rest.
Half, I believe.
Rounded up.
Yep.
So I get through that.
Well, we haven't quite done the long rest yet. We got to set up the scene.
Yeah.
Well, I'm short resting recovery either way.
I'm going to use my last second level spell slot to heal myself, too.
Okay, get it done. As the sounds of the rushing water kind of emanate around you, deadening any other sound, it's awfully quiet around here. Not much wildlife that's audibly chirping or anything like that. The occasional bird that flies overhead. You know, there's a chill here, as you know, it's the mountain area. You're surrounded by rock at this point. You remember very much where your location is, to a degree, of course. Yeah, man, you begin to set up your shit. You cut up some wood, you get yourself a campfire going, and honestly, I don't want to elaborate too much more because I think, once again, that's, it's like we're going into the next chapter, so
Yeah.
I want to curtain call it here on that vision.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let me kill the stream, and we could absolutely have an after-action report. Give me 1 second.
I want to know what the dwarven mall is.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit for uses to identify in the morning. Oh shit, uses. Do you have a pearl worth at least 100 gold?
A pearl?
Yeah, you have to have a pearl worth at least 100 gold to cast the identify spell.
I don't even have identify as a spell.
Well, shit.
I have detect magic though, so I can tell if they're magical.
All right, guys. So, interesting session.
Yeah.
So you guys are not pigs anymore.
Yeah.
You got your ear back and your eye.
Yeah.
Asher occasionally.
I
eats.
lost an organ.
And I took the voodoo doll.
By the way, you did lose an organ, Grognar. You don't know what organ it was, or a portion of it, or who knows. And you may encounter some sort of deficiency in the future.
She said something about spleens before she cut it out.
She did, but she also talks a lot of shit, if we're to be honest.
If you didn't have your spleen, you'd be dead.
Picked up on that, but I wasn't in a position to call her out on her shit. So she's already taken an ear and an eye from me.
Nevertheless, a pretty gory session. Rest in peace, Thalia, as you get crushed on the lower half. At least she went out swinging, sort of.
I mean, if we rest up, we know how to go back to the hag. We can always go and try and kill her once we're rested.
Well, you also would recognize that the tree was definitely walking towards you guys.
I know. I was joking.
Yeah. The kitty is bigger, which is cool. You met somebody cool. You got an individual with ball bearings for eyes, so that's kind of interesting. And yeah, guys, unless you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns.
I have one question. Like, when is this hag story arc gonna end? Like, how? Like,
Yeah.
like seriously? Like,
I honestly,
I want to play the game.
if you are playing the game.
No, I'm not. It's like every day I log in. It's hag. I want to go. I want to go on an adventure. I want to play the game. You know, it's always this hag, like all the time.
Yeah, it is kind of a roadblock for our other stuff.
You guys chose to go to the hag.
Yeah, we want it to end. Like do or die. Either reset the game or reset
dude.
the game
I
or
had you guys planning to kill this hag like 3 weeks ago. The choices were made. I'm flowing with your choices.
Well, don't let the dumb people make the choices.
Okay, to be fair, Frog gave us an out. All Thalia had to do was give up her divinity, and we were completely free of the hag.
Yeah.
Thalia decided to try and chop her head off.
Why the fuck do I have to? Wait, hold on. Why do I have to sacrifice my character in order to stop the hag?
I don't know. I'm actually.
I agree with Thalia. Like, what's the
gave
point?
us an out, and he made it pretty clear what that out was.
I'm rather enjoying this story arc personally, but I mean, you guys escaped, so now you have the mountains in front of you. You have beaten, not too far off the beaten path here, and yeah, you know, not only that, you left the hag den with way more than you went into it with. So I don't look at it as a complete loss.
It's not a complete loss. No. I got my ear. I got the voodoo doll she was using to kick my ass. I got my eye. I don't know what to do with these things. I just know she don't have them anymore.
But yeah.
An eye patch of seeing.
Yeah, he's Mad Eye Moody. Like he's gonna become Mad Eye Moody.